Testing, testing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. What's up, party people? In the place to be. What's good with you? Jumping on live right now. Got a lot of stuff to talk about, man. Don't really get a chance to talk about that stuff, man. Bring your co-hosts on, and they be legit, and they Knicks bag, bro. They be wanting to talk about a bunch of stuff, man. And you know what? I don't blame them. It's a lot of stuff to talk about this time of year. It's a lot. There are a lot of things to talk about out here. I like to write these things down, man, so that I can keep track. But there are the Westbrook to the Knicks thing, which I'm going to talk about in a few minutes. About how y'all done lost y'all mind about Westbrook. Y'all must be crazy. It's the NBA draft coming up. Free agency. Y'all done lost y'all mind about free agency. About some of the stuff. How y'all, man, look, it's a lot of stuff out here. It's a lot of stuff out here we need to discuss. Rumors, a lot of rumors out here. Just on a syllabus out here so that we can kind of navigate towards the center of what we've been wanting to talk about. What else is there? Oh, our front office. Want to touch on some of our front office situation. First and foremost, though, first and foremost, I want to talk to y'all about some. Let me see if my thing is live on Sportscaster first. Hey, Sportscaster, can y'all hear me? Am I good on Sportscaster? Can y'all hear me pretty good? Let me check and see. Yeah, looks like Sportscaster is a go too. So I'm multicasting. What's up, Rock? What's good with you? Got a son named Rock, my oldest boy. Hey, what's good? Both of y'all. Yeah. So anyway, I want to touch on this Russell Westbrook thing. Simba Singh is in the building. I need to get a DJ horn. What's up, Simba Singh? What's good with you? What's good? Hey, for some of y'all that don't know, I got like a small crew of people that not just come here, but I join them in other places also. And so it's like when you see your homeboys show up, you know how you go all crazy. Simba Singh is in the building. Shout out to the man Simba Singh. So yeah, so it's kind of a little bit like that. You know what I'm saying? You know how hey, y'all, if you remember, and I hate telling stories or whatever, doing analogies all the time, but if you remember, like being like in 4th grade or whatever, and you finally meet up with a crew of dudes, and it ain't like a big crew. It may be like 6 of y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's like 6 of y'all, everybody cool, and you know what I'm saying? And then, y'all 4th graders, y'all make it through the year, you make them friendships or whatever. And then you go to 5th grade, and now all of y'all ain't in the same classes no more. You know what I'm saying? Now the only time the crew get together is like some type of recess or whatever. And when y'all 5th graders, so it's like when you meet up as 5th graders, knowing y'all met last year, everybody get together and dap each other up and tell stupid jokes and talk all kind of inappropriate. Yeah, it's kind of like that. That's my feeling on like when I see like Simba Singh and a whole bunch of other people that I met up at that I used to see in other places. Maybe nothing but Knicks or Knicks fan TV chat or something. Or somewhere just see them, and I just see them over and over and over. And then like I would go somewhere and then they would like shout me out. I'm like, yo, they shout me out. I ain't nobody. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying, you see they takes on stuff, and then you be like, yo, that cat is sharp. And so you kind of look forward to the taste that they have. That's kind of how it is with me, Sima Singh, the New York Knicks, Tribal Gigolo. It's just a bunch of people, man. A bunch of us that stay doing this right here. But anyways, I'm gonna get back on my topic du jour, right? Hey, what's up, St. Benjamin? What's good? So I know a lot of y'all don't care about the Russell Westbrook thing, right? Y'all are like, what do we need with Westbrook and blah, 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 right? Y'all gonna be like, man, I don't want to trade all this stuff for Russell Westbrook. Woodshed is in the building. What's up, Wood? Hey, I just did the same thing about Simba saying. People like, man, why you overreacting because a dude came in the chat? I ain't overreacting, man. Wood is my dog. What's good, Wood? What's good with you? Shout out to my man Woodshed 1914. What's good? Hey, this cat, while y'all sleeping, I'm gonna get back to Woodshed too. I'm gonna get back to Westbrook, but while y'all sleeping, this dude Woodshed is a mighty sharp cat. He be having some smart takes. Bring on Russ, huh? Bring on Russ. Bro, I'm about to get on this. Tell him to stop tripping. I'm about to. Hey, listen, man. Hey, dog. I'm about to say some stuff about Westbrook, and I might lose some friends tonight, but hopefully they'll get over it and be my friend again tomorrow. I'm about to make cats get so mad at me for state, because a lot of what it is I have opinions too, but a lot of times I like to moderate. Let me do something real quick. Let me do an order of business right quick. Let me do an order of business right quick, just to. All right. So I'll put the link to the video chat in the comment box, and that's for hey, listen. I'll put it out there for a few of the homies. And if I don't know you and you've been kind of coming through or whatever, you're welcome to join. But here's the thing. And I'm going to keep it 10 times 10. You know Uncle Freeze to keep it 10 times 10. If I invite you on and you're a troll, you gone. Don't come on here selling porn and life insurance or some mess like that. And two, if you're not sharp, I'm going to tell you and I'm going to boot you. Don't mean I don't like you. It just means you need to tighten up. That's just what it is. Because the people that we bring on here be sharp. You know what I'm saying? And even if I don't agree with they take, at least it's a smart take. You know what I'm saying? So I put the thing down there. If you want to jump on, come on. Just remember, I have guidelines to it, and we ain't gonna be and we're not gonna disrespect other Knicks fans and all that stuff just for the sake of disrespecting. We ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do no trolling. And we ain't gonna have people on here that ain't sharp. So I mean, like Run DMC said, it's like that, and that's the way it is. But anyway, the thing with Westbrook, man, is this: who are the New York Knicks to turn down an MVP caliber player at a position that we've had a need for 20 years? I heard dudes straight up tell me like, hey, Uncle Freeze, what we need Russell Westbrook for? All he gonna do is come here and do something. I'm like, wait a minute. Are you telling me with a straight face that you want to give Frank Ntilikina 3 years to develop, and then there's a guy that we can go get that won the MVP at the position? Are you legit telling me that you would be okay with waiting for Frank for 3 years to develop into a borderline starter, right? But you could go out and get a bona fide megastar at the position that won MVP, averaged a triple-double at the position, constantly makes the playoffs, a guy that played with superstars multiple times. Everywhere he goes, cats want to play with him. And you can disagree all you want, right? But when's the last time Russell Westbrook played without a superstar on the roster? I'll wait for you. Go ahead, think about it. Go ahead. When's the last time Russell Westbrook played without a superstar on his roster? Right? Think it may have been like 1 year where he averaged like a triple-double. It's just Westbrook and some guys. Like one time, and the dude's been in the league, 13 seasons? What year did he get drafted? 2008? 2009? Whatever it was? But man played with the likes of Paul George, Kevin Durant, James Harden twice. Played with James Harden in 2 different stops. Made the playoffs both times. And you telling me that y'all okay with the likes of Frank Ntilikina, Elfrid Payton, Emmanuel Mudiay. I know y'all love the Emmanuel Mudiay experiment. Y'all okay with the likes of Dennis Smith Jr. Right? Y'all, I know, and listen, I know y'all love Trey Burke. The Trey Burke experiment. Y'all remember Trey Burke? Oh, I know y'all love Trey Burke. Love some Trey Burke. Right? Y'all remember Trey Burke? What about Ramon Sessions? No, y'all love some Ramon Sessions. Some Jarrett Jack. Some Pablo Prigioni. Some Alexei Shved. Oh, we got one. Here's your favorite. Shane Larkin. Y'all remember Shane Larkin? I know y'all love some Shane Larkin. It's a shame that he didn't get to play more time with us, right? What about Brandon Jennings? No, y'all love Brandon Jennings when he was here. Y'all remember Brandon Jennings? All the Brandon Jennings years were wonderful. Y'all love when D Rose was here, not wanting to pass to KP. Y'all remember that? Derrick Rose look at KP and would keep on trucking. Oh, I'm sorry, keep on chucking. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember the D Rose experiment? I know y'all remember Brandon, the Brandon. Oh, wait a minute. What about other guards in the backcourt? What about Aaron Aflalo? Y'all remember Aaron Aflalo? Y'all love the Aaron Aflalo experiment, right? What about Courtney Lee? Y'all remember Courtney Lee? Hey, listen. If this is turning y'all stomach, it should. You know why? Because how are we as Knicks fans going to turn up our nose at Russell Westbrook when our history of guards includes Shane Larkin, Torrey Murray. Y'all remember Torrey Murray? Remember Torrey Murray and Langston Galloway? Oh, listen, I know y'all love the Torrey Murray and Langston Galloway combination. We were like, oh, we can't wait to get Torrey Murray on the floor to see what he got. Right? Meanwhile, a dude came here, Jeremy Lin. Y'all remember Jeremy Lin? Remember Linsanity? Everybody wasn't sold on Linsanity. Hey, what's up, Red, White, and Blue Sox? What's good with you? What is good? Just talking about the thought of Russell Westbrook coming here, not even getting here, but the thought of us putting a package together for a Russell Westbrook, and people are turning up their noses, like this whole thing of Russell Westbrook is beneath us. Russell Westbrook is beneath us? Knicks fans, really? Who are y'all? Did we lose in the finals last year or something? No, we didn't lose in the finals. We didn't make the finals. You know why? Because we didn't make the playoffs. You know why we didn't make the playoffs? Because the roster was garbage. Let's not do this, y'all. Let's not turn up our noses at a Russell Westbrook before he even get here. I mean, who are we to turn down superstars? Who are we? And I know what y'all gonna say. Y'all gonna say, well, his numbers was down because, he's rusty. He's washed up. Russell Westbrook is not washed up. Get that out your mind. Russell Westbrook is not washed up. Did he sacrifice numbers to play against probably the most ball dominant guard of all time? Yes. Yes. How can your assist numbers be in that 10 to 11 range when the guy that gets the ball doesn't pass the ball back? How can you average, say, 10, 11 assists playing next to James Harden? You can't. And y'all know that. Y'all know that. Because the thing about like one of the stories that I had to tell my son or whatever, this is back in the day. I used to be like, hey man, sometimes when you look to create a monster, you create a damn monster. And that's what Houston did with James Harden. They wanted to create a monster. And instead, they created a damn monster. You know what I mean? You know how you feel like you really want something and then you get it and then you feel like it's overwhelming you. It's too much. You didn't think it was going to be like that. Yeah. James Harden. Houston was like, we'll create our own megastar. And not only did they create a megastar, and when that star went supernova, he created a black hole. For all you science geeks out there, for anybody that know anything about stuff like that. So the thing about Russell Westbrook is this. When he gets here, he's automatically going to be best. And I'm saying when. Hey, listen. I'm not turning my nose down and nose up at anybody. Right? I feel like our roster is devoid of talent. And it is. Our roster is devoid of talent. Right now, the rosters we had, the point guards we have on the roster right now, you can bundle them all in a trade for Russell Westbrook and you still can't get them. You could put DSJ, Alfred Payton, Frank Ntilikina, the Harper kid, the Hinton kid, all them guys in a package, and that still won't get you Westbrook. You know what? To be honest with you, all of that probably won't even get you Westbrook's backup. It is what it is. It is what it is. None of that stuff I just mentioned. The 2-point guards in the G League, the 3-point guards on the active roster is enough to get you Russell Westbrook. Yet, Knicks fans look at Russell Westbrook's drama in other places and say, "Oh, we don't want that. It's too much for us." No, man. Winning 20 games is too much for us. Winning 20 out of 82 is too much for us. Or I'm sorry. I know y'all gonna get on me, but we didn't play 82 games, Uncle Freezy. Really? So 20 and 46 is better? Come on. 20 and 46 is better? Knicks fans, who are you now? Are you accustomed to losing? Do you like losing? Do you want to win? Don't come at Uncle Freezy with this Russell Westbrook brings too much stuff with him. Stuff that lets me know that you have fallen down and not gotten back up as a Knicks fan. As a fan base, where we should be is this. We should be frustrated with losing, getting knocked down, and not getting back up. Right? I know y'all agree with me. I know y'all agree with me on certain points, but you still want to hold on to a certain way of thinking. And I'm here to tell you to get out of that way of thinking. Right? Russell Westbrook to the Knicks automatically gives you an all-star representative. And I know y'all, and some of y'all are like, an all-star is not enough. But wait a minute. Before you start running, You have to get up off the ground. Don't tell me about us getting knocked down and Russell Westbrook is not enough to bring us a championship. Hey, Wood, and I agree with you. Wood said Russ himself is more productive than the Knicks' top two players. By himself. And look, and it's not one of those deals where we're speculating either. Russell Westbrook has a track record, a history, a resume of being an all-star level point guard during the regular season and an MVP candidate. He averaged a triple-double 2 years in a row. The guy averaged 20 points and double-digit rebounds and double-digit assists in the same season 2 years in a row. Who has done that? That's a very short list. You know why it's very short? Because there is no list. It's Russell Westbrook. It's Russell Westbrook. I think some of us are nervous about some of the players that we drafted may be included in that trade to get Russell Westbrook. I'm here to tell you, c'est la vie. I don't know what that means. I don't even know what language that's in. All I know is it sounds good when somebody's leaving. When somebody's leaving, c'est la vie. I don't even know. That might be Spanish or French or something. I don't know. I don't even know what that means. But when somebody headed to the door for something newer and better, it sounds good saying it. C'est la vie. So even though I like Knox and Frank and DSJ and Brazdakis, you know, I like, and Dotson, even though I like our young players, if I have to send them out the door to get a Russell Westbrook, c'est la vie. Because those guys right now don't give me the same feeling of Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook is a bona fide MVP candidate. Right? Bona fide. You know how it's bona fide? Because he's been there and done that. Russell Westbrook has legit been there and done that. Let me do some housekeeping real quick. Yo, what's up, King E161? What's good with you? I'm gonna do something real quick. Y'all just be patient with me. Y'all know I had to do this in the beginning, just because you know, in order to get the thing to the, you know, to get the show popping like we want, I generally have to do a couple things when we first get started. So y'all bear with me. First of all, y'all know when I get on here, you know, my voice get a little crackly at night. So Woodshed said my man averaged 31.6 points a game, I think that's 10.7 rebounds and 10.4 assists from one player. Man, are you serious right now? Are you serious? Are you serious right now? That's from one guy. Hold on with me. Let me copy that. Let me throw that. So, like what I was saying, when I was talking about Westbrook, man, listen, I see you, King E161, saying no to Westbrook. I tell you what, should we wait on Frank 3 more years? What about DSJ? Should we wait for DSJ to develop? What about Elfrid Payton? Should we wait on Elfrid Payton? Should we turn back the clock and go back to Emmanuel Mudiay? Listen, I know y'all loved Mudiay. I know it was a certain sect of Knicks fans that love Mudiay, right? Y'all want to go back and get Trey Burke? That's what y'all want? Trey Burke? What about Shane Larkin? What about Pablo Prigioni? What about Brandon Jennings? What about Torrey Murray? That's what y'all want? Y'all want some Langston Galloway? That's what y'all want? I know y'all don't want Jeremy Lin because y'all damn near ran Jeremy Lin off. Like Jeremy Lin wasn't good enough to be here. That's what y'all want? Y'all want Raymond Felton? Hey, Ray. Ray, I know you watch the show. I ain't throwing no shade at you, Ray. I want you to come on this show eventually. We from the same area. I'm right in the PD in your neck of the woods, right? You need to come on Lawrence Tears. Stop playing. Ray. I know. Listen, I know some of y'all think I be bugging out sometimes, but nah, man. That's what y'all want. That's what y'all want some Brandon Jennings. Yeah, I know y'all love the Brandon Jennings years. I know y'all loved his lack of defense. My man slapped the floor and gave up like 30 straight points to what's the point guard from TJ McConnell? This dude legit blocked TJ McConnell on one side of the floor on defense and then slapped the floor like, come on, TJ, bring it. And TJ McConnell, yes, TJ McConnell brought it. TJ McConnell scored like 30 straight points on Brandon Jennings. Melo was so mad, Melo could have punched Brandon Jennings in the throat. And then TJ McConnell hit the game winner on Melo. That's what y'all want. Y'all want to continue to win 25 games and be the calamity of the league. No, I don't want Russell Westbrook because I want Torrey Murray. Really? That's what you want? No, Uncle Freezy. No, Uncle Freezy. I can't. I don't want Russell Westbrook. No, man, we ain't going. Hey, King E. You talking about getting Fred who? Flintstone? I know you ain't talking about getting Fred VanVleet. You legit would rather pay an unproven dude the bag to come here and lock up our point guard position? That's crazy. What has Fred VanVleet done except being a good piece in a championship wheel? Notice I said a good piece. A good piece of a championship wheel. Fred VanVleet is not Pascal Siakam. Fred VanVleet is not Kyle Lowry. Fred VanVleet is not Kawhi Leonard. Fred VanVleet is not even OG Anunoby. Fred VanVleet was the fourth best player on a championship team. That's if you discount Marc Gasol and what's his name? Number 9, Serge Ibaka. Are we legit talking about signing a 5'11" point guard that was the fourth best player on a championship team and throwing the bag at him? No, Fred, we're going to give you $25 million to come to the Knicks to be the fourth best player. Our fourth best player is going to be our highest paid player. Nah, I can't see that. We can't say Fred VanVleet is a proven winner because he has never been the man. Fred VanVleet has never been the man. And I'm here to say that Fred VanVleet cannot be the man in Madison Square Garden for the Knicks. We think Fred VanVleet at $25 million a year is going to legit come here and be the answer to our point guard problems. But for whatever it is more that Westbrook make, we get a proven MVP caliber point guard, somebody proven. Somebody like Woodshed said that scored 32 points a game, 11 rebounds and 10 assists. 32, 11, and 10. Those are video game numbers. But you know what else they are? Facts. They're facts. It's already been done. It's in the NBA record books. He did it. Russell Westbrook did it. Man, hey, I feel you in a sense. King E, I feel you in a sense, but what I'm telling you, bro, is it's one thing being the fourth best guy on a team when the pressure is not on you. It's another thing being the Knicks prime free agent. All the Knicks tabloids talk about you being the man, saving a franchise. Come on, Fred VanVleet, come on. Y'all ever been on the highway, like you know how you on the off ramp and you start, you know, to try to merge into traffic and a bug gets smashed up against your windshield as you pick up speed to merge? That's Fred VanVleet in New York. Fred VanVleet is not the answer at point guard for the Knicks. Russell Westbrook, Brody. Think about Brody. Think about Brody, man. Brody is the type of dude that would thrive in that pressure. Because a man tries to be Mr. Westbrook. He tries to be professional. But when you apply that pressure to him, he play harder. He get into a dark place and puts up 30, 10, and 10. That's what Brody does when you turn the pressure up on him. What will Fred VanVleet do? What will Fred VanVleet do with pressure? Hey, man. Hey, Wood, I disagree with you, bro. I disagree with you. So you said the point is to acquire stars. Russ is a star. Fred VanVleet is a finishing piece to a title contender. I agree with two-thirds of that. I agree with two-thirds. You know what part I disagree with? Fred VanVleet being a finishing piece. He's not a finishing piece. He's not. He's a guy that thrived in a role that the team made for him. It's not. If Fred VanVleet hadn't done this in 2 or 3 places, Fred VanVleet did this in one place in Toronto. Everything came together in this 1 year, and my man thrived. If you take Fred VanVleet off of Toronto and send him to the Lakers, does he do the same thing with LeBron? Hell no. Hey, what's up, Triborough? Triborough Gigolo, the homie, what's good? Triborough in the building. Yeah, man, we got to trade for Westbrook. It'll be criminally negligent for us to be able to get Westbrook and not do it. I can see Leon Rose on the witness stand right now on Law and Order. Like, Leon Rose, why didn't you trade for Russell Westbrook when he was so criminally cheap and you could get him for nothing? And Leon Rose is up there. But the Knicks fan said Fred VanVleet was the finishing piece. Man, that joker will get. Oh my God. We on the witness, we up there, we on the witness stand like, yo, we had Russell Westbrook for Kevin Knox, Bobby Portis, and the number 27 pick. And I'm just throwing out a trade scenario. This, I don't know if it's on or off or whatever, but I'm just saying whatever trade scenario you want. We had Russell Westbrook in the bag. She was printing out the receipt, and somebody came in the last minute like, oh, wait a minute. That's too much. We don't want to give y'all Kevin Knox and Bobby Portis for Russell Westbrook. We feel like that's too much. Man, are we serious right now? Are we serious right now? Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. At some point, we have to stop feeling being battered. At some point, we have to get up off the mat and recognize that the Knicks fan base is good enough. The New York Knicks are good enough. You know what I'm saying? We've been in the lottery so long that we're scared to make a move. We've been in everybody in the lottery with us. Everybody in the lottery with us has a point guard. Right? Who picks number 1? Minnesota? They have D'Angelo Russell. Right? The Golden State Warriors have a point guard. Who's their? Oh, Steph Curry. Who does Charlotte have? Charlotte has Terry Rozier and Devontae Graham. Who picks 4? Cleveland or Chicago? Chicago has Kobe White. That's not really impressive. So you can poke him a hole in my argument right there, Kobe White. But at least they drafted. At least they know they needed a point guard. At least they addressed it. What about Cleveland? Cleveland has Colin Sexton and Darius Garland. What about Atlanta? Does Atlanta have a point guard? Oh yeah, they have Trae Young. What about Detroit? So Detroit, they don't have a point guard. But you know what though? They are in the same boat as us. They know they need one. So who's the New York Knicks starting point guard? I named off all those point guards, right? So y'all want to go up against Steph Curry, Trae Young, Darian Garland, Colin Sexton with Elfrid Payton. Really? I answer to D'Angelo Russell, Steph Curry, Colin Sexton, Darius Garland, Trae Young is Elfrid Payton. We don't want Russell Westbrook. We want whoever's on the roster. Come on. Come on, Knicks fans. Excuse me. It's time for us to dust ourselves off, get up off the mat, and stop being hurt. I understand that we lost a lot of games, and I understand the Melo years. I understand we had Carmelo and KP and legit couldn't do anything with that. Right? But again, you can't use not having a point guard or not having cap space or not having a star on Russell Westbrook when Russell Westbrook can legit solve all of those issues. All the issues y'all have, every issue I've been hearing y'all complain for 7 months. When the season's been over 8 months, right? 8 months. Oh, Uncle Freezy, we need playmaking at point guard. Okay. Man, we need a star, man. We need a star. We don't have anybody to. Okay. We need somebody to create for the other players. That's why our shooting is okay. Okay. We need somebody to step up in big games because when teams get a 8-point lead on us, it's over. Okay. Okay. I hear you. I hear all of that. Right? And you can legit solve all of that with one move. You can legit solve all of that with one move. Hey, what's up, Nick Storian 75? Nick Storian 75 said if we get Westbrook, we can get relevant again and stay young. Exactly. Because you're not giving up anything for Westbrook. You're giving up Frank Ntilikina, and I know the Frank High was alike. As soon as I say Frank name in a trade, they swear I hate Frank. And again, I'm telling y'all, I don't hate Frank Ntilikina. I just hate how his name comes up in every conversation. Like you can legit be talking about the top 5 point guards of all time on Nick's Twitter, and the Frank Hivers. I'd be like, yo, one time I saw Magic Johnson throw a 50-foot no-look pass, and they were like, well, when Frank was in FIBA, he'd be like, man, what the hell? What does Frank Ntilikina have to do with the top 5 point guards of all time? That's why I'm so harsh on Frank. Like, keep Frank let's keep Frank in context. Frank Ntilikina is 6'3" and may have some upside. We need to leave it right there. Don't advance it any further. Leave it right there. Hey, and I'm with Nick Storian 75. Players need to see a winner and learn how to win. And so, okay, so Daniel Anglero says Westbrook talk might be a front for the Thunder to come down on their asking price. It might be, but you never know. I don't care. Like with me, the asking price for Westbrook is not the conversation. That's not what the conversation that I started. My conversation is my point was my point of contingency is Knicks fans thumbing their nose at potentially acquiring Westbrook. So if there was a Westbrook argument, if that was another conversation, then I could see talking in that direction. But in terms of us just saying we don't want Russell Westbrook, are you serious? Are Knicks fans serious right now? Who are we? Again, who are the Knicks to turn their nose up at Russell Westbrook when the last great point guard you had was Clyde Frazier? That's like this summer I had an argument with a guy over whether the Chicago Bears should sign Cam Newton, right? So he was like, man, Cam Newton this, Cam Newton that. And I'm like, dog, who are the Bears to turn down talent at quarterback? Really? Who are the Bears to turn down talent at quarterback? And who are the New York Knicks to turn down talent at point guard? Right? So here's my other thing. So here's where I do the pivot for Russell Westbrook with projection as opposed to looking back at history, like what he has done. So a kid like, hey man, hey Daniel, hey man, hey, this is coming from a place of love. Wasn't Jason Kidd washed up when he got here? Wasn't Baron Davis washed up when he got here? What's the other light skinned kid too? The light skinned kid from Sacramento, Mike Bibby. Wasn't Mike Bibby washed up when he got here? We got D Rose off 5 knee surgeries. We got a D Rose off 5 knee surgeries. We didn't get prime D Rose. We're looking at getting a prime Russell Westbrook with something to prove. We're looking at getting a prime Russell Westbrook with something to prove.
Well.
Whoa, yeah!
What nonsense are you talking about here? What? That's it. Come on.
DJ Ed Horn. What's going on?
Come on and set you straight.
You bugging. You better not come on here with no Westbrook hate. I know that.
No. I think it's on like the same people that were disrespecting Kemba and Jimmy Butler last year are the same people disrespecting Russell Westbrook.
Right. And so the thing is I was getting ready to get into a projection of what Russell Westbrook can do for us. Right. So for one, we have a coaching staff that is used to coaching high-level athletes to a high level of success. Right. People can dispute that all they want, but Tom Thibodeau himself took a prime D Rose, coached him to 60 wins and a league MVP. Right. Now you can give him Elfrid Payton and see what Tom Thibodeau can do with that, or you can give him somebody just as athletic as D Rose, just as bouncy, just as hungry as D Rose, maybe more hungry than D Rose, right? And Russell Westbrook, and see where that gets us.
Yeah, and
Tom Thibodeau. I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
We could finally run the floor. Like our fast break sucks. Like we would have a point guard that would push the ball.
Hey, when you said fast break just now, I was put back because I just don't ever remember seeing the Knicks run a fast break. So I gotta prime myself. Yeah, I gotta prime myself, man.
Yeah, like imagine what he'll do for RJ and Mitchell Robinson. Like that.
Can you imagine two broski? Because RJ Barrett is broski, dog. RJ Barrett is legit broski. RJ Barrett is that dude that would they'd be like RJ. Would you shake hands after a tough loss, or would you rather rip their heart out and feed it to them and win? And RJ Barrett would be like, "Hey, you got a place where I can wash my hands?" You know what I'm saying? Because he'll want to rip somebody's heart out to win.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
yeah, like there was a story that like Victor Oladipo, he was basically a bust in Orlando, right?
Right.
And once he got traded to OKC, he saw how Russell Westbrook was working and like how he like Russell Westbrook didn't take him like under his arm and like, oh, you do this, you do this. Like Russell Westbrook gives you a guy that the kids could look at and be like, oh, that's how I get to like I'm not working hard enough. Like this is
right. Like Russell Westbrook legit plays just as hard. Like he plays hard against LeBron, but he plays just as hard against Elfrid Payton. You never see that dude back off the gas.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we need. We need a guy that's going to be consistent all the time.
Why do you think like back in the day, like when we had Ewing, like why do you think like we were always good? Because like he always set the tone. Like everybody saw him and like, oh yeah, that's how things are done around here. Like in the past years, who we have? We had like Lance Thomas and freaking Taj Gibson last year.
Right. And so yeah, and you know what? And to your example, I remember going
like
to Knicks.
Even the Mavs, like people were like, oh yeah, well, Luka Doncic could do it by himself. Like they had Dirk Nowitzki.
Right.
Like look at every team that like became good. Like even like Steph Curry had Monte Ellis. Like people might disagree that he wasn't that good, but like he was a 25 points per game player. Like he was still really, really good.
Right.
And he had David Lee. He had Andrew Bogut.
Yeah.
Westbrook is not a cancer.
That's what.
Imagine being a cancer. Like every team that you're on is a playoff team. That's a cancer.
Hey man, it's when it comes to say
I'm not trying to get Westbrook to win a championship. I'm trying to get him to like be part of the solution. Yo, Wood, what's up?
Yo, look who in the building,
man.
Wood, what's good, Wood?
Knicks fans got me tired, man.
Yo,
they got me tired.
They just wanna lose all the time.
I don't understand.
Like, oh yeah, we gotta save cap space. It's like for who? Like, tell me who we're saving it for. Who's gonna join this team? Who's gonna join this team? Like, if we're saving the cap space, who we signing, and what our team is gonna look like? Like, who's gonna join that team?
Right.
I mean, where is the unwritten rule that you have to suck for the entirety of a rebuild? Like that's the one thing I don't get, and this is why I keep harping on: either you believe in RJ Barrett or you don't. If you believe in him, you'll add talent and try to gradually build this thing to the point where another superstar in 2 or 3 years will say, "But let me go play with RJ in New York because I know what he's about." Right. I mean, we can't just we have what 7 draft picks over the next 5 years.
Right.
That's not even counting the seconds. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep all these picks.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Especially those Mavs picks, especially if they get friggin' Drew Holiday.
Yeah, they talking about getting Holiday or Oladipo. Like Mark Cuban is not going to just.
They're not going to just sit around and.
Yeah. Listen, Tim Hardaway Jr. ain't going to be the third option for the Mavs. Like Mark Cuban ain't going to lie.
Traded, man.
Well, he's going to get somebody. That's why those Dallas picks, I'm like, dump them now. Use them now to get a star to help accelerate what we doing over here. instead of just sitting on them. And then Dallas is a 3 seed in the West next year, and the pick is 27. You know what I'm saying? And then we got 8 and 27 again. What are we gonna do?
I would give up that 27th pick if we're trying to get Russell.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Hey, and you know what?
Yep.
You know, let me say this thing. So if y'all like conversations like this, like the Westbrook debate, CPD debate, the Frank Ntilikina, why should we keep him, or will he be a star? Subscribe to the channel, so you'll be alerted anytime. Thank you, boss. So you'll be alerted to anytime that we go live. That way, when Art jump on with his slick ass tongue, Art's slick with the mouth now. Y'all got to watch him. Be careful because he's smart. You know what I'm saying? Or Professor Wood. Professor Wood will drop something on you. Will drop a gem on you, make you think like 30 minutes. Like, what did I just hear? You know what I'm saying? Because it'd be like a well thought out tape. So if y'all want to catch stuff like that, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, so that y'all be alerted.
I did want to talk about something real quick. Okay, I got a question for you.
All right.
Name me one thing that Skylar BCA can't physically do on a basketball court.
He gets into foul trouble a lot, but he's like very versatile he's skilled for like his size.
You know what my thing is so Wood and I have this ongoing conversation about who the next Christian Wood be, right? And see, I hadn't given it any thought, but when he mentioned it may be Skylar BCA, it dawned on me that on a basketball court, there's nothing that Skylar BCA can't do. Now, what he won't do is play physical. That's the thing that he won't do. Like we expect 6'11" center / power forwards to be physical down low. And I'm not calling Skylar BCA soft. What I'm saying is that he won't dominate using his physical strength down low. And John Calipari himself, while Skylar BCA was at Kentucky, called Scal soft with a capital T. And I know that's a joke right there. If you hadn't seen that movie Life, you probably wouldn't understand.
Out of college, he was getting like LaMarcus Aldridge comps.
Yeah. But what I'm getting at though is can Skylar BCA handle? Yes, he can handle that basketball. To be 6'11", 6'10", 6'11", 7 foot, whatever he is, he can handle that basketball. Can he jump? Yes. Is he fast? Yes. You know what I'm saying? Can he shoot it when given opportunity? Yes. You know, can he put it all together? No.
So here's the thing that we have to keep in mind when it comes to these Kentucky players. Most of them have never been coached. And the difference between Scal and say, who can I use and not offend everyone? Well, fuck it, I'll say it. And Mr. Knox is right. All the requisite skills are already there. Shooting, defending, buckets and stops translate. You know what I'm saying? The only thing he needs is for that light bulb to go off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because and that's why I keep saying guys like that. And listen, Christian Wood didn't go off till he got who was his coach? Dwayne Casey.
Dwayne Casey.
Right.
And who he was going off last year too, though.
He was Dwayne Casey helped develop Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam, OG, and then right. Exactly.
So, and now Wood has always been talented, but that I'm gonna give Joel Embiid 30 and 20. That clicked once he got with Dwayne Casey, and that's why I keep saying with Thibodeau, we have to put the energy into guys that have the requisite talent to reach the next level. We can't waste years waiting on somebody to be able to dribble with their head up. Like, it's the NBA. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, ain't nothing to cut you off, boy. Look who in the chat. Lily Phillips is in the chat. Yo, what's good? Lily Phillips, what's good? What's up, homie? Yo, I be so excited to see y'all, man. I be excited to see. I've been seeing y'all on all other stuff. You know what I'm saying? We chop it up in the chat, and then to see him here, man, that's amazing to me. What's good, Lily Phillips? My bad, Wood. My bad for getting overexcited.
No, you good, man. You good. We just the Knicks just can't continue to pour time and energy and 20 minutes a game into dudes that we're, like you said a minute ago, we're trying to develop into becoming solid starters. Like
right.
you can't. That's why I'm looking for guys like Josh Jackson. Same thing. Name me one thing Josh Jackson can't do on the basketball court.
Focus.
Yeah.
That's it.
But in terms of what Wood said about all the physical tools and skills, Josh Jackson can do it all. The only thing though is when you go after like that Kawhi Leonard template, sometimes you're gonna swing and miss. I don't know if Josh Jackson is a swing and miss or if we just need him to cook a little bit more before he's ready. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Frank fans are willing to wait 3 more years on Frank Ntilikina. Actually, they're willing to wait 4. They're willing to wait till you get about 25. You know what I'm saying? So, if you give Josh Jackson a shot, you know, I don't.
What?
Oh boy!
Get it.
Yo,
Let's get it, man. Who needs an ass whooping tonight? Just like Freezy had yesterday. Who needs another ass whooping tonight, man? Let's get it. Who y'all talking shit about that I gotta defend? Let's go, man.
Let me do my thing. So
take off that ugly ass hat, man. Fuck out of here, bro. Run New York next year. What the fuck is wrong with you, man? You know T. Lawrence is gonna run New York, baby. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Hey, shout out to my man Guillermo, aka Leading the Knicks podcast, aka the MF of Doom, aka the Ghostface Killer.
The guy who destroyed your nation last night.
In a fair battle, listen, I'm legit saying, listen, we went at it, we debated, and I lost, and I'm trying to give my man respect. You know, it's enough respect for coming through and winning. You know what I'm saying? Winning in a debate on the internet is not an easy thing to do, because I could have set you up with a whole bunch of people that was in favor of me, and you know what I'm saying, and just brought them on. But we went straight neutral and you won. So shout out to that MF of Doom Leading the Knicks podcast.
I didn't mean to just, what were you guys talking about just now?
Yo, subscribe. Subscribe to my man channel. Subscribe to Leading the Knicks podcast on YouTube.
And I'm trying to get my man coming out tomorrow, just because I've just been so busy today. I couldn't put out today, and I want to put it out at a time where everyone's awake. So Kara Lou's video coming out tomorrow, so check that out. But I didn't mean to cut you guys off what you guys are talking about. But
nah, man, that's all love. We all family here. We all family here. They know if I cut them off, they know I ain't being disrespectful, and vice versa.
So can I ask a question? Can I ask a question real quick? Why does everybody hate Halliburton so much? Why?
I don't. I actually used to be.
You know who started to hate more than Halliburton though? Kyra Lewis.
Yeah, they hate Kara Lewis.
Oh, people love Kyra Lewis. They're like
Kara Lewis. If Kara Lewis bulks up a little bit, I think if he bulks up a little bit and he's not asked to be like the savior for any team point guard wise, he could be fairly. He could be the best point guard in the draft. If LaMelo Ball goes to the wrong team, if LaMelo Ball's a project, if he goes to the wrong team, gets misused properly or misdeveloped, whatever we're going to call it, right? Killian Hayes is not a sure thing.
I know that.
In many regards, I take Kara Lewis over Killian Hayes in many regards, right? People are enamored with the European thing. Rick Rohr, I know he has his little peripherals that he points out. Yeah, on a Thursday, Killian Hayes was able to step back 30 times. All that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But I do like Killian Hayes. I'm not shitting on him. But, Killian Hayes is another project that might not pan out the same way. Then you keep going to where? All right, so if Halliburton, I think Kara Lewis might have more offensive upside than Halliburton. Halliburton is a system guy. If he goes to right system or a place where he complements a player well, like the Hawks, where he plays off of Trae Young, he could be excellent. But to say Kara Lewis could easily be a 15, 16-point scorer 38% from 3, 6 to 7 assists. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, in some regards, he could be the most productive guard in this draft.
Halliburton's kind of like Lonzo Ball.
He is. I agree with that.
But with a jumper.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like that's why like all the scouts like him, because they think like he's like Lonzo Ball, but like with a better mentality.
But you know what? With him, I got a very good idea about what I'm getting. You know what I'm saying? A good shooter, quick release. He can play on ball a little bit. He can play off ball right now. Like if we were to trade for Westbrook and keep the 8th pick, to me, it would have to be Halliburton. If we go and guard, it would have to be Halliburton, because the dude would fit perfectly next to a ball dominant point guard, man.
Yes,
perfectly.
Trae Young. If he played in
if he played in Atlanta, he'd be really good too.
Oh my gosh, man. That would be
man. Listen, if the Knicks draft Tyrese Halliburton, I swear I'm gonna jump my ass out of play.
There's worse picks out there.
I swear to God,
like, if they took Maxey at 8, I'd probably like give up. Like I'm like, yo, what the fuck are they doing?
Right.
No. You're not.
Right.
And
right. And listen, I don't mean that in a disrespectful way to the process. But what I'm saying is if you get a Russell Westbrook, can you please draft a cat like Devin Vassell? You know what I'm saying? Or Aaron Nesmith, or somebody that can space the floor. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, I thought Vassell can't shoot.
That's what I would think. I think if you bring in Brody, you don't need a point guard for the next 3 years. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you legit draft Brody, trade for Brody, you don't need a point guard for the next 3 years.
Russell Westbrook should be utilized to be seen as a 2 at this point in his career. I know he's too small for it, but I'd rather him be a combo guard.
Isn't he 6'4"?
6'4", I'm sorry, my bad, 6'4". I don't need him at the point guard trying to lead. I mean, he could play on the ball to play alongside the main point guard, but I don't want our foundation at point guard to be built around the specter of like Russell Westbrook is just not that type of player. He's not his IQ. He doesn't process the game like a point guard. He's still basically, his game is predicated off of speed, athleticism, and I'm sorry, he just does not make players around him better. We've seen it, man. We've seen players go.
He does.
Hey, so he got
Cantor contract, man.
When's the last time Russell Westbrook missed the playoffs?
He made the playoffs with Cantor, Steven Adams. Who else was on that scrub team?
Cantor. If you play Cantor,
it was in the West.
If you can swallow the defense, right? Cantor is a productive player. To get him just down low and you don't expect defense from him, he's a productive player. He could give you 17 and 10 easily because he's a really good rebounder. Well, other than that,
but it was in the West. Like he made the playoffs.
Yeah, did they also have like Kevin Durant that year?
No, this was his MVP year.
Yeah.
Oh, they lost in the first round. Okay, they lost.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I remember that series, that Golden State series, man. When they put Cantor in, he got cooked on a pick and roll.
Yeah.
Came back down, got cooked on a pick and roll again. Billy Donovan looked at his assistant, said he can't play. We cannot play him.
Yep.
Like that's. But my thing about Westbrook is, Freezy said it earlier tonight. Before you can run, you got to get the fuck up off the ground. Right now, man, if you look at all the other teams in the East, and this is why I say y'all made me depressed when y'all did that mock draft. If you look at all the other teams in the East, they all have a collection of talent, even the bad teams like the Hawks, with the exception of Detroit. Charlotte has young talent. Detroit is probably the only other team that I don't look at in the East and say, damn, they suck, but they got young talent. I think we got 2 good guys that can definitely be solid starters, which is RJ and Robinson, but that's it. Like, you look at Charlotte, man, they got Bridges, they got Graham, they got Rozier, they got good young players.
They got PJ Washington.
Exactly. PJ Washington on coming off the bench.
Oh, guess who they moved away from? Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
Yeah, they
second pick.
God, like Michael MJ,
and
man.
so to his point, he was like, they took a chance. They swung and missed on Michael Kidd Gilchrist, and
they
were
got
not
Bradley
afraid to move
Beal,
on.
Kemba
They
Walker.
losses.
They could have got Bradley Beal, Kemba Walker.
Man, John Calipari, man. If I ever need to get out of trouble, I ain't getting no attorney. I'm getting John Calipari, man.
Yeah,
that dude convinced
dude,
Michael Jordan.
He was telling people that Michael Gilchrist is the next Scottie Pippen.
Exactly. He used the Pippen comp. Real talk.
Yeah.
And MJ ate it up. Scottie Pippen? Okay. Like, come on, bro.
It's like, oh shit, I played with Scottie Pippen.
I know Scottie Pippen. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. What is that?
I gotta give
that.
I gotta give him credit.
Nothing comfortable or dual. Like, this is not a easily. How do you
look?
Sorry,
I'm not gonna be surprised if he's playing with the Knicks, but I would give Calipari this. He told Steve Mills, if you draft Kevin Knox, you ain't drafting him for what he is right now. You draft him for what he may be in 5 years. So he told the Knicks that. So and the reality is with the Knicks, barring a culture change, we can't afford to really have young players like that. Nobody's gonna give a player 5 years in New York, right or wrong.
Not in New York.
He gonna get
not anywhere. Yo, not anywhere.
I mean, even in football, look at Daniel Jones. Look at Sam Darnold. Man, the Sharks are out. Like, it don't matter what sport it is, man. It can be the New York Rangers. You know what I'm saying? The Yankees, the Mets. Like, after that third or fourth season, people gonna be like,
people are turning on Pete Alonso.
Yeah, people want Pete Alonso gone now. They're throwing him in trades. Like, I mean,
easy on Pete. Easy on Pete. Y'all know I'm a lifelong fan.
Get Arenado,
my heart, man.
I'm serious.
Maybe.
Hey, you know, and to your point, if we could get a left side of the infield that's Francisco Lindor and Aaron Arenado, I could live without Dom Smith and Pete Alonso. You know what I'm saying? I would hate to think that way.
I'm not getting rid of Dom Smith. You could get Lindor. You could get Lindor by getting giving up JD Davis and Rosario.
Jimenez. Yeah.
And
Jimenez and JD Davis.
I like him.
Jimenez plays D.
I love
Rosario I still think Ahmed Rosario has a higher ceiling. I think if he goes right, he could be because he has pop.
You guys saw that video? Like he was talking about Cleveland.
Who?
Ahmed Rosario. He was like talking Spanish to some dude. It like he's talking like Spanish the whole video, but like it's clear the guy's like something Cleveland and like.
Oh shit! So he probably knows, man. He probably knows.
Hey, well, you know what?
I saw a post recently. It was like, oh yeah, the Mets are in good hands or something, and then like they showed like all the Mets players. He's not one of them.
Yeah, man. I think he's gone.
He's gone.
I think he's gone, man. But I really felt like he could have been a star.
I agree too, man. I can't. Was it the end of last year that he was starting to like really come into his own?
Yeah, and play defense.
Everything was
play defense.
Because I remember Dom. Because remember Dom had sleep apnea. He fixed that. I think I might be wrong. Did he also have like an eye thing? We had like some issue with his like vision or some shit. It may have been a sleep. I forgot what it was, but he came in. He fixed also his. Well, he said the weight thing was attributed to sleep apnea. He came in looking lighter last season, and when I saw him hit, now I have a scale for like cerebral hitters, right? So I think cerebral Met hitters, right? At the top, for me personally, I have guys like John Olerud, Daniel Murphy, who are just like hitters. Like you can't throw your best. Like
Keith Hernandez, right?
Keith Hernandez too. Definitely Keith Hernandez. Edgardo Alfonso was one of them too.
Carlos Beltran.
Oh yeah.
Carlos Beltran. You know what's weird about Carlos Beltran? I think out of that 1 year where he hit 270 whatever it was, and 41 home runs and 100 some RBIs, I always felt like there's potential. Because I remember when the Mets played KC the year before he got traded to the Astros or whatever. Is that year? I was like,
yo, he was killing it on the Astros.
he was killed on Astros. But when he was a KC, he was always like, damn, potential. I'm looking, I'm like, he's cool, but like, what is it everybody sees? With the Mets, I might say he was productive, but it was always like something missing. I take out, yes, we know the backdoor curve by Wainwright. I'm not talking about that shit.
Come on, dog.
Like you were missing something from Beltran. You always like it was so. I don't know what it was like. When you feel like, for instance, Piazza, I felt carried that team offensively, right? You felt like, yo, Piazza's coming. I still remember 1999 versus the Braves game. It was our last game. I forgot what it was. It was an elimination game. We were down. I forgot which inning it was. Mike Piazza hit like a 3-run home run. But fucking bum-ass Kenny Rogers walked in Andrew Jones at the end to walk in the game-winning run. But I always felt from there like, damn, Mike Piazza always carried this fucking team, man. Some reason, Beltran, to me, I just never felt that, man. I don't know what it is.
Well, that team was good.
It was good, but Beltran was still the best hit. I mean, you had Jose Reyes, obviously. You still had
Reyes at his prime, Wright at his prime.
You had David Wright, you know what I mean? But Beltran was still the best hit. And I think you had Delgado too, right?
Yep, Delgado.
Damn, I miss Delgado, man. Oh,
my God. I don't think David Wright and Mike Piazza ever played together. I don't think they did. I think the catcher was Paulo Duca. Wasn't Paulo Duca the catcher?
Paulo Duca, yes, it was. I still remember against the Dodgers where Paulo Duca, remember the throw from right? I think it was from right field to catch the two base runners in the playoffs. No one remembers that? Only me.
Yeah.
All right. I just know random shit with the Mets, man. But yeah, that's. I'm look. Steve Cohen comes in. Marcus Stroman smarting the fuck up. He was like, I'm taking this qualifying over because I ain't getting shit.
Yeah, because he's not that good.
Exactly.
He wouldn't get 18 mil or whatever the Mets get.
He was really feeling himself. I thought, remember the indications that he wasn't going to take it?
Yeah. He was getting like his little emojis on Twitter.
If you have him, David Peterson, assume Syndergaard comes back healthy. He's been thrown off the mound recently.
Yep.
By the way, I saw him in real life.
Trevor Bauer.
That dude is big, son. Trevor Bauer. Dude, we get Trevor Bauer. First of all, they're I love it. They're flirting with each other. Sandy Olsen is like, oh, he'd be great. The agent said he'd be great for New York. But we don't know which team. But again, he got into a fight in college or he had a thing with Garrett Cole because Garrett Cole was like, yo, your work ethic is poor, blah, blah, blah.
God.
Yeah. Well, let's be honest. If you look at Trevor Bauer, he doesn't
he probably is.
Fuck. Yeah. He does like he don't give a shit, but I mean,
still smart as hell though. I listen to talking. He's pretty smart.
Nah, he's a smart guy. I just hope he didn't do this all for a contract here because if you look at his production,
it's on and off.
Yeah, and then this year he obviously won a Cy Young. He was disgusting for the Reds. Yeah, but against the Reds,
like a 165 ERA.
Think about that though. He won the Cy Young in Cincinnati's ballpark. Cincinnati plays in basically a lowly.
I think he's a first, right? He's the first. He's the first cover for Cincinnati, I think. He's the first cover. Yeah. But yeah, that ballpark, I hate Cincinnati ballpark. I fucking hate that ballpark. It's so ugly. I fucking hate that shit.
God, life has to get back to normal. I wanna go to freaking sporting events.
I think it's up to the people, man. I've walked around from the supermarket or organic whatever market down there, and all the restaurants, people are out without the mask. They're just like dogs. Look, if you're fucked up, if you have comorbidities, whatever, stay home. Try to not say people are wearing masks and shit while walking around and in the store, but it's like people want to be. You know what I mean, keeping people locked up all day, man, it's just not natural. People are social. We want to go to these baseball. Yeah. And for the most part, look, let it be on us. If we fuck up, you know what I mean? It's on us. We can't sue anybody, whatever. But, you know, I want to go, especially with Steve Cohen on the Mets, I got to go see it. I got to go see a Mets game this year, man. A few.
Right. This year. A few of them. Hey, man, I'll be honest with you. I like to watch the Mets in Atlanta, right? When watching the Mets City. Yeah, I just can't. Even though I think Citi Field is probably the best playoff atmosphere you can ever imagine.
Citi Field,
Atlanta.
Citi Field is gorgeous, man.
Yeah,
that's the only thing. That's the only thing the freaking Wilpons got right. Like the design of.
Well, no, remember they fucked it up. Remember they had the
walls. The walls were terrible.
Yeah, it was like 500 yards or feet to hit a fucking home run. It's like, oh, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah.
He built this shit like the Dodgers. Wilpon was not a Met fan. He was a fucking Dodger fan. You know what I mean? He's a fucking. Oh, I hated that family, man. Well, Fred Wilpon I actually felt bad for because I think Fred Wilpon wanted to sell it.
No, it was his son. It was his son.
And Jeff really thought he was like just because he played baseball once in college, whatever. He really thought like he was a baseball mind. Like, dogs, you're
like, you see the difference. Like Sandy Alderson was pumped at the press. Like,
yeah, when did you ever hear Sandy Alderson flirting with free agents? Like, yo, we think he'd be great. He'd be like, I've never heard Sandy Alderson talk like this, but I did hear reports back in the day like that they were saying like Sandy Alderson is definitely being hamstrung by the amount of money. Like he wants to spend.
No, it was obvious.
Man, I give him credit. Right. I think Sandy Alderson did a good job with the Mets, man. A really good job with the Mets.
Yeah,
for what it's worth. I mean, for what he was given, but
he drafted Conforto. He drafted a Rosario.
Nimmo. I still think Nimmo's gonna be good. You know who
Nimmo, Alonso.
I think Nimmo's gonna turn out like Hunter Pence, like an awkward player, but who can give you timely hits. He's gonna have a high OBP. You know he likes to look at pitches or take pitches, take balls. Pause before anybody says it. Take pitches before anybody catch me. You know he's a very observant, and I think that the hitting, you see it in spurts here and there. Like you see the doubles power, you see the pull power to right. I think I'm telling you, just give him some time. He's going to be one of these really good cerebral hitters. He's going to give you like 280, 25, 30 home runs, like 90 RBIs. He's one. I'm telling you, he's a Hunter Pence type of player. Just don't trade him. I'm telling you, he's going to be good, man. He's going to be fucking good.
I think he's gone. I think Nimmo is gone, man. And I hate for it to be like that. Let me say this first, though. I think we need to give Sandy Alderson credit for discovering more than the obvious guys, because he discovered Justin Turner, he discovered Kurt Neuenhuis, he discovered
Kurt Neuenhuis. Do not
Daniel Evans. Yeah, I remember Daniel Evans came up and batted like 600 for us for 2 weeks, and then forgot what a baseball was.
You're naming all guys who like underachieved for the Mets. So Neuenhuis was supposed to be this athletic guy, blah blah blah. And I remember he had the 3 home run day. I still salute him for that against the Nationals where he hit the home run. We came back against Drew Storen. Cespedes hit that game. He hit the game to bring us up 7-6, and then Neuenhuis I think hit a 2 home run or a 1 home run, whatever it was. So suits him, but Neuenhuis underachieved. Daniel Evans, you know how many times I heard about Daniel Evans in the minors? He underachieved. Justin Turner, I want to freaking strangle. I remember because we gave Justin Turner the starting job. I forgot. I think it was Dave Wright or whoever got hurt, and we gave him the starting job or maybe in second. Sorry. And we gave him the starting job, and he didn't do shit. And I was so mad because I remember he used to do whenever he get a base hit, he was the one that started. He did this or whatever they used to do some dumb do some dumb shit.
Yeah, him and Kurt Neuenhuis did that together.
Yeah, he used to do something like that or some dumb shit. I'm like, all right, you got to with him. All right, let's see him play. And I was like, what the fuck is this shit? And he goes to the fucking Dodgers. But I think the story was that he did hire like some hitting coach. Like the summer when he went to the Dodgers, some shit, or that offseason, whatever. And I guess that person helped him out. Maybe he
hired the guy the last season with the Mets. I think Justin Turner batted like 280 with us, and the Mets wasn't gonna sign him back because he couldn't play.
Justin Turner did not hit no 280. No, he didn't. No,
Justin Turner.
Justin Turner did not hit no motherfucking 280. I would have prayed to keep Justin Turner. I'll look it up now. I know he ain't hit no damn 280 for no damn Mets.
Yeah, he turned because think about it. If he didn't impress,
the Dodgers wouldn't get him. Last year with the Mets, he hit 280.
That's some bullshit, man. This is some bullshit. I didn't see this fucking 280. Hold on, let me see.
In 86 games, he hit 280.
Hey, Uncle Freezy, mine is like a trap. I didn't even look that up.
Got it right, man. I'm just saying, I used to watch this guy, man. I did not see it, man. When I'm seeing the Dodgers, I'm like, what the Where did he do this shit with the Mets? So,
damn,
right.
He goes to Dodgers, hit 340 his first year. Runs. Then from there, he becomes this fucking cerebral hitter, man. What the? Oh fuck, Justin Turner, man.
But we also let Jose Reyes walk when he won the batting title. Jose Reyes won the batting title, switch hitter, won the batting title, and we let him walk.
Did he want to leave? I thought Jose Reyes wanted
No,
to leave.
he wanted to stay. But the
I think he
Wilpons
wanted more money.
but
the Wilpons didn't want to pay him.
Just wanted to get paid, man.
Yeah.
Reyes was my favorite player, man. I had that black.
The Wilpons had found out that they lost money in some kind of scandal, and they couldn't afford to pay Reyes.
Yeah, man.
You know what though? That's what's plagued the Mets, man. The Mets have had resources, man, to be a large market team, but they've been having a small market mindset, man, for like 25 years, man. And I'm gonna tell you,
even before Madoff, they were acting like a small.
And don't get me wrong, Omar Minaya was bad. Overall, he was bad. But following Steve Phillips, that Mo Vaughn shit, bro. My God.
Mo Vaughn, Alomar.
Did he trade Scott Kazmir? He traded Scott Kazmir for Victor.
And remember, the Wilpons didn't want Mike Piazza. Remember, they had to go on the Fan or whatever radio show to basically be, and all the fans were like, "What?" And it's like, "Oh yeah, we'll get Mike Piazza." I'm like, are you fucking like? I don't understand. Why, if you're a billionaire who doesn't have money to spend on a sports team, right? To not just purchase it, but to spend on play. Why would you buy them? Like, why? For what reason? If you can't spend on play, like. That's what these sports are all about.
They just wanted to make money.
But you're not going to – in New York, you're not going to make – unless you hire the right GM and the right baseball people, which the Mets have not done. And they were forced to hire Sandy Olson. The MLB came out and was like, look, Omar Minaya sucks balls. This guy was accusing – was it Adam Rubin of trying to steal his job, his GM job? Remember that press conference?
Yeah, I remember that.
Rubin was like, what the fuck?
He was like one of the guys I followed, too.
Oh my gosh, man! We had him. We had Sandy Alomar too. Didn't Sandy Alomar do some shit like screaming at players or some shit, or like bully players or some shit?
I remember there was somebody bullying Jeff Francoeur, and he was getting his feelings hurt and shit.
Really, Jeff? I remember him come with the Braves, man. I remember my first watch. I was
he had a cannon. He had a cannon.
Did he hit like 27 his first year or like his first full season?
Yeah.
Yeah, he played some weird thing like 218 with like 25 home runs.
I thought his first year he hit pretty well. Well, like average wise, his first year. I thought he
looked like he was like coming back with the Mets, like because I remember on the Braves he started getting washed, and then he came.
Yeah, we traded. You remember Ryan Church? We traded.
Yeah,
Ryan.
The guy who ran out. He missed third base. He missed third base. That guy.
I think he got a concussion. Because when he won a plane or some shit when he wasn't supposed to, and he was like fucked up for like most of the season or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a concussion.
Yeah, he always crashed into the wall.
The two worst swing at everything players to me when they came to the Mets was Jeff Francoeur and Jeremy Burnitz, man. Jeremy Burnitz was such a fucking bum with the Mets. Holy shit. He was a beast for the Brewers. It was the Brewers. But with the Mets, I remember Jeremy Burnitz swung at a ball that bounced. I think he may have been drunk, or he may have been like, I don't give a fuck. Because he literally swung at a breaking ball that bounced in the dirt. It bounced in the dirt and was heading towards him, and he swung. But it wasn't like a Miguel Cabrera. Let me try to catch a trick pitch and hit it. It was like, I don't give a fuck, and he just walked off. Like I'm like, and that's what was that like early 2000s when we still had like guys like I think we still had Art Howe, who was terrible. Those are terrible years after the 2000 that 2001 to 2004.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was fucking piss poor.
Another bad one was Jason Bay. Don't sign any more Red Sox, bro.
To your point about the small market, what's the name? We should have signed Matt Holliday, but he went for an 8-year deal with.
We should have.
St. Louis.
Yeah.
Matt Holliday was like the best hitter in baseball, man. I was so pissed when we signed Jason Bay, man. Oh my God!
Hey, but the reason why we went after Jeremy Burnitz is because Jeremy Burnitz was our number one prospect, right? We traded him to Milwaukee for a bum. Yes, we traded him to Milwaukee for a bum, right? And then when Jeremy Burnitz was raking with Milwaukee, was a free agent, we like, yo, we gotta bring him back. And to me, that's the reason why. And I know this is gonna seem not related to each other, but it's the reason why I'm frustrated about cats like Tyrese Maxey, because I think the Knicks drafted feel like they have a revisionist history. They feel like if they draft Tyrese Maxey, it'll make up for not drafting a player of his type, Donovan Mitchell. And
they're not even the same type. They're not even the same type.
Whoa.
I know this. But there is legit people out there like, we drafted Frank in front of DSJ. We need to trade Frank for DSJ because DSJ was better and we should have drafted him originally. No, man. Come on, man. If you make a mistake, move on. So you know what I'm saying?
You're not saying we should draft him, right? You're just saying that.
No, I don't want Tyrese Maxey.
Okay,
I don't.
My prediction: the Knicks are going to take either Maxey, Okoro, or Patrick Williams. Those are the three guys that I'm.
Okoro scares the living shot of me.
Guaranteed. I have to see it to believe it first. Like if they don't take any of those three, they pass the test. But if they do,
so same old Knicks. You said Okoro. Who else?
Okoro, Maxey, and Patrick Williams.
Oh my! How the fuck, yo, Patrick Williams? You say you're gonna hire Calipari to get you out? Hire whoever the fuck is a PR person for fucking Patrick Williams, bro. Who the fuck got Patrick Williams? Go. This is how lazy ESPN is. They have Patrick Williams going number 9, I think, or some shit. And I've seen other people Patrick Williams. So I'm like, I've watched Patrick Williams. I don't come off as impressed with a guy again. FSU system, a lot of usage between like 4 or 5 players. When you watch Patrick Williams, you're not overly impressed. Like, yo, this is that guy. You like you guys were just talking about. You might be watching another tweener type of. We don't know what he is. A Stanley Johnson, Winslow, Jackson.
Jackson, yeah.
Those type of guys where it's like, oh yeah, he's going to develop, and then the team never develops them. And basically cuts them loose early on because it's just they bring in somebody else who's more offensive. They don't build around them. Come on, man. You gotta stop.
If you're gonna take any of those guys, trade down.
Yeah. I don't know where Patrick Williams comes from. I was amazed to see. I'm like, Patrick Williams, dogs. This is not the guy you take at 8. You're gonna take Patrick Williams at 9, right? You telling me that you wouldn't get more value from a guy like, say, even Terrell Terry, you probably get more value from. A Kungwu, you get more. Jalen Smith, you get more value
That's
from.
What I'm thinking.
Right. But why would you
complaining before because like Cole Anthony came out and said the Knicks didn't even like interview him. I was like, why not just interview him? Like, just get to know the kid, like and there's nothing like.
Why would the Pistons though draft Patrick Williams at 9, and they just drafted a guy last year named
they have Sekou Demboya.
Well, Freezy. Again, this is.
I'm sorry, Rui Hachimura.
That's the Wizards. Yeah.
They don't. ESPN doesn't do any homework at whatsoever. Kendrick Perkins, outside of like the top 4 picks or 5 picks, outside the gym, literally all he kept saying was like, "Yeah, I agree with that pick because he's a dynamic player." So wait a minute. Right. Yeah, I agree with that pick. Like, dogs, ESPN, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about outside of the top 5 players, which is kind of easy where you can say where guys are going to mismatch the next one. They don't do no fucking work. I don't know how Patrick Williams shoot boards like that, man. Holy shit. This guy.
And you know what? And I want to cruise back to something Woodshed brought up like 40 minutes ago. But I did want to say this though. The Knicks and Tyrese Halliburton to me is like the worst mix of 2 potential entities coming together. Yes,
I just named you like 2 guys that would be worse than getting to Halliburton.
Dog. So for one, we don't have dribble penetration from point guard, right? So that's an emphasis for Tom Thibodeau. And so asking Tyrese Halliburton to do it is hustling backwards, right? But I wanted to say this though. I want to get to Guillermo to hear what Woodshed said about because Wood has this thing about diamonds in the rough. Like, have you ever considered, bringing in a guy that may be a diamond in the rough, polished up, he can turn into a Christian Wood? He mentioned Skylar Bussiere, Legion of Knicks. I don't know if you heard that or not.
Skylar
Bussiere.
Oh, the big forehead, the one that played at Duke.
Kentucky.
He played at Kentucky.
Yeah, my bad.
He played at Kentucky. He was the center after Willie Cauley-Stein and Karl Anthony Towns. So he came in. He was.
Was that the one you were talking about that Calipari was saying that he was a lazy piece of shit or some shit like that? Or
no, he called them soft with a capital T. Yeah.
And you want to bring him in?
No. What I'm saying, what I'm saying is Woodshed brought up a thing about finding potential diamonds in the rough, and would that guy be one of those where you feel like if he puts in the right development, turn into a cat like Christian Wood?
I think
the thing is with him now. The thing is with Skylar BCA is so he has all the swingman skills, all the wingman skills. Like he can dribble, he's agile, he's fast, all these things at 6'11". But what he doesn't bring you at 6'11",
I think he's a little slower. He's slower than Christian Wood though.
You think so?
Christian Wood could run the floor, yeah.
I think Scal can run, bro.
Scal's like tall, like he's like a legit center though. Like he's a like,
Scal is an athlete, dog. Skylar BCA is an athlete, man. Trobber, you gonna respect 1805. I'm gonna just say that. Yeah. But I think so. What do you think about Scal? Like, can you point out his proficiencies?
Yeah, I mean, is with him, I can't picture anything that he physically can't do on a basketball court. I think the biggest problems with him is knowing that he has the ability to dominate. You feel what I'm saying? It's kind of like to a lesser extent, like Frank, for example. Not to pick on Frank, but Frank. No, wait, hold on, Crazy. Hold on. No, I'm giving you an example. So you remember when Frank threw down a thunder dunk on Rudy Gobert, right?
Yeah.
Threw it down. Like 5 nights later, he caught Kelly Olynyk on like 5 switches and never attacked. Like it's a confidence thing, and I think the kid has the requisite talents. If you leave him open from 3-point range, mid range, he's gonna shoot it. He's gonna make it most of the time. He got some touch on around the basket. He got some post moves, but the difference is the kid. I think he doesn't realize how good he can be, and I think that Thibodeau was good enough to bring that out of players. Like Tony Snell is still in the NBA right now because of Tom Thibodeau. You feel what I'm saying? Tony Snell would be in China right now if not for Tom Thibodeau. You know what I'm saying? And the difference is when you have somebody that can develop your core skills and your confidence in your game, then I think you can hit a next level. But when I'm looking for diamonds in the rough, I'm looking for guys that have the requisite skills they can shoot the basketball, they can handle the basketball for their position, they can defend their position and maybe a couple other positions. And most importantly, they're not too small, they're not too slow, and they ain't too weak. I don't care what sport you're in. You know what I'm saying? If you too small, too slow, too weak, you ain't going to be able to compete. Not for long. You know what I'm saying? And he checks off all the boxes. And I'm looking at him. If you look at all his numbers, regardless where he's played, his percentage has been about the same. His shooting has been about the same. His defense, but the only thing that's constant is the volume. And when you look at Wood, if you look at his numbers, they always been the same. The difference is when he got to Detroit, he got with a coach that's gonna be on his ass and say, "Dude, if you're gonna play for me, you got to be great."
Yeah.
And if you don't think you can be great, then fine. We'll play your ass 10 minutes off the bench. We're blowing somebody up by 30, or we lose by 20 points. Then you can play. Right. But Thibodeau's that type of coach. If you don't feel like you can be great, you ain't gonna play 20, 30 minutes a game. If I don't feel like you striving to be great, you ain't gonna play. And I think that if you put guys out there with a coach like that have the requisite skills to perform, I think they're gonna blossom.
Right.
See, the thing about though, I agree with you 1,000%, but I think you usually find it, especially in NBA, where you find there are more guys who fail because not because they don't have the skill, but because they don't have the mentality. Versus, I think you have a lot of guys in NBA who are successful who may not have the natural skill or ability, but they work hard on skills that everyone can have, or it's easier to attain. That's why you see some guys in the NBA who, they work their way up into becoming solid 3-and-D players, right? Because defense is not all about. A lot of it's about effort, and even with the 3-point shooting, it's one of the easier things to learn in the NBA because you learn where to be open. I think they broke it down basically is like you can exert a lot more power versus when you shoot in the mid range or even the free throw. You have to be a lot more finer in your form and everything. Versus if you could get into a nice rhythm from the three, you could exert a lot more. There's a lot of room for error in terms of form, but still make it still be good from three. So I think there are a lot of guys who are uber talented. I mean, look at guys like Anthony Randolph, right? That guy's perpetual prospect.
That's basically Kevin Knox right there.
Potential. That's basically Scala BCA right there. That's Scala BCA right there.
He didn't have the attitude, man. Like I always how the fuck is this guy not? I actually looked up the other day. I'm like, is he still in the NBA? And obviously he's not. But I was like, what the fuck happened to Anthony Randolph? Like, you know what I mean? So it's hard, man. A guy like Scala BCA, I think that guys like that, they have to go through the Dwight Howard route, right? Where I'm going to say Dwight Howard route, but he might find himself where he might find who he truly is and find his purpose in basketball if he goes to a contender where he get like 15, 20 minutes off the bench. And they allow him to do it. They can put him in garbage games or games where it's like, all right, if he fucks up too much, we can come back in, right? But if he does well, you build up his confidence, right? And then you slowly ease him into more meaningful minutes. Versus the Knicks, I think it's going to be hard. It's tough, man. As much as Thibodeau is still a respected name, it's still the Knicks. So it's like guys may come in here and just be like, man, this team ain't fucking going nowhere. We can have 30 wins next year with Tom Thibodeau, and people might look at the Knicks like, oh, they're not developing, which may not be true at all. So I don't know. A guy like him, you guys saying he's this talented, he has not put it together.
I'd rather put my money on Christian Wood, to be honest.
Well, I think Christian Wood to Boston might be a done deal. I think that might be. I think we may miss out on.
Freezy, I'll agree with you if they don't draft
Okongwu,
Jalen Smith, or even Okongwu in the draft. I'll agree with you wholeheartedly.
Right.
That's one of my biggest fears is Okongwu going to the Celtics because that's like 3 prospects in a row they just keep taking that I like.
Right.
Like I love Jason Tatum, I love Jaylen Brown, and then I liked.
Did you love Jaylen Brown come out of college?
Jaylen Brown out of college?
No, I didn't.
No, I didn't like.
I hadn't even heard of him.
But I like him now.
But Jason Tatum definitely, man. Jason Tatum.
No, Tatum. Like I in high school, I was just like, yo, this kid. The Knicks should tank for this kid. And then.
He's taking third, man. Lonzo Ball, it is amazing. Lonzo Ball and Markelle Fultz taking over De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox, that Lakers team may have. Well,
dude, Fox was like killing Lonzo Ball every matchup they had.
Yes, and remember Lonzo Ball. Remember they had the summer league game, and Lonzo Ball was injured.
Yeah.
Play that game. I'm like, man, this dude is all motherfucking hype. And they used to hype up those summer games for Lonzo Ball.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Talking about ESPN? ESPN? Oh, my God.
Crazy. They hyped that shit the fuck up. Like, it was hyped up summer league.
You remember Zion versus the Knicks? You remember Zion versus the Knicks? The ESPN hype with Zion against RJ Barrett? Oh, my God.
Kevin Knox, just that. Oh man, I think that was like a career-defining. I know someone.
His soul was taken. When I was ripped.
Hey, you know what? And I'll give you another heart snatcher. Tyronn Lue developed into like a defensive stopper at point guard, right? Allen Iverson crossed this dude up on the bench. And he stepped over Tyronn Lue. Next thing you know, they're like, the next coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers is You don't even remember what Tyronn Lue did after that in the NBA until he showed up on the sideline.
You know what's crazy? It's so beautiful to watch it because you saw like the Sixers and you're like, damn, son, like they don't got no chance, but they won that game. And all the Sixers jerseys, those black jerseys amongst that sea of yellow, it was so beautiful to just see them like shit on them. But I mean, then they got killed the rest of it. But
that's the only game they won.
Yeah. That Lakers team, man, they have where do they rank in terms of championship, like so-called dynasties, like dominant teams? Like, are they one of the weaker ones? Because think about the opponents: the Sixers, the Nets, and the
Nets. They beat the Nets twice.
No, Pacers. No, they played the Pacers.
Okay.
And then they played Detroit and lost.
Yep, they played Detroit and lost. They had Karl, who still, if you look at Karl last year before he came to the Lakers, he was still highly productive. Very high.
So was Gary Payne. Gary Payne was pretty good too.
I don't know where the Lakers rank, man. That's a weird. I mean, growing up, I just remember how dominant they were just because Shaq used to just dog. It was embarrassing where like Shaq would literally offensively foul you, and then they'll call the foul for him because you're literally getting molested by him, like he's jumping on, like he's Chris Gullion dudes, and it's like they'll still call a foul for Shaq.
So I'll rank them. I'll rank them fifth, right? Okay, and so I rank the Boston Celtics, a dynasty in the '60s, number one, not because of their opponents, but for how long and how many championships they won. I'll give them credit, and then I go to Bulls number two, right? Then I go to Golden State Warriors that went to the finals 5 straight years, won 3 out of 5, and then I do the Houston Rockets. Then I had the Lakers closely followed by the San Antonio Spurs and then the Miami Heat.
Rockets were never a dynasty.
Yeah, they won 2 straight championships.
The dynasty is 3.
That's not a dynasty.
And where are the Bulls? Where the hell did you put the Bulls?
2. He put them 2.
Oh, 2. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
2. Okay. And you said, and one is who again? Oh.
So I'm going Boston, Bulls, Rockets. I'm sorry. Lakers, Bulls, Golden State Warriors, Rockets, Lakers. Then Miami, San Antonio, and then. I'm trying to get. I didn't have it written down. So I think that Shaq dynasty was more impressive than Magic Johnson's dynasty. Is basically what I'm getting at.
Oh! I thought you were talking about Shaq and Kobe behind freaking Hakeem Olajuwon.
Yeah,
which I don't even count as a dynasty.
They won 5 championships though. I mean, Kobe won 5 championships though.
No, I'm talking about Houston Rockets, man. You keep on trying to sneak in the Houston Rockets as a dynasty.
Hold on, I'm gonna write it down just so I can. Okay, Rockets.
You know those damn Houston Rockets ain't no damn dynasty for you. What the fuck? Come on, man, stop it.
Shaq and Kobe Lakers.
Houston Rockets.
Then San Antonio 7. The Heat, 8, Magic Lakers, and then 9. I'm going 80 Celtics. 9. I'm going 80 Celtics, and then 10. I'm going Bad Boy Pistons.
They only won 2.
Yeah, they only won 2, Freezy. You got to give it 3.
But they didn't just show up out of the blue. They didn't just show up out of the blue like the Houston Rockets. They were actually years.
That's not a dynasty. A dynasty, you have to win 3, right within a span of 4 years, 4 or 5 years, whatever. Mm-hmm. That's a dynasty. I think that they're like the Giants to me, right? They're like marauders, right? They'll come in, they'll destroy your dynasty, but they won't sustain it for the next 2-3 years.
Okay.
Giants do. That's what they did with the Patriots, which I appreciate big time of them doing that shit. I fucking hate the Patriots.
So let me ask you this. So y'all say that the Lakers Shaq and Kobe Lakers should be higher than the Houston Rockets, basically.
The Shaq Kobe dynasty should be higher than the Houston Rockets. Well, I mean, the
Rockets.
They wouldn't be counted as a dynasty though. But would I put them over them? Yeah, I put the Lakers over them.
Okay. So would you have Magic Johnson's Lakers over the San Antonio Spurs Miami Heat?
Over the Miami Heat, yes. I put them over Miami.
Showtime Lakers?
No, hey, Trevor, the Lakers are 3. I mean, the Warriors are 3. I have the top 3 are Boston of the 60s, Chicago Bulls of the 90s, Golden State Warriors of the 2010s.
Chris, the Suns are not trading Kelly Oubre.
Yeah, what's this? What's the Kelly Oubre rumors that the Suns want to trade him?
They don't. Like they're even using him in freaking advertisements for their new jerseys.
Yeah. I haven't heard anything, man. Bro, it's draft fever, right? And also, just because the whole bubble, everything's messed up, out of whack, it's just a bunch of rumors here and there. Like, dogs, I don't think half the things we're hearing about, I don't even think 75% of the shit that we're hearing about with any of the NBA is going to happen. Like, Dinwiddie came out, he was like, what? I want to do what? When they said he's going to go to the Mavs, he's like, who? Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't see Kelly Oubre going away. A guy that people said he's a 3-and-D player on the roster. Not just 3-and-D, but a dynamic, wing player. We play both sides of the ball.
So what is Triborough saying about that's a dynasty? You talking about the Houston Rockets saying that's a dynasty? I mean, we were talking about Kelly Oubre, and then next thing you know, we get the that's a dynasty question. I mean, but let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Art.
No, he said you forgot to put the Warriors, but I think you did put the Warriors.
No, I keep saying I had the Warriors listed as 3. Yeah. And the only reason why I don't have them at 1 or 2 is because Boston won 11 championships in 15 years. And even though the talent pool was void of spaced out talent, like every franchise didn't have talent, it's still hard to win. It's still hard to win 11 championships in 15 years. So
that is tough to win.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, it's man. And if you know anything about NBA players can be egomaniacs. So
yes, they can. Look at freaking, I guess, a team that you keep saying is a dynasty, Vernon Maxwell. That guy was fucking out of his fucking brain. I think he caught like herpes from a woman or something, or gave a woman herpes or some shit.
Yeah. Oh.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Hey, so this I wanted to ask y'all a question, and it has less to do about say Oubre or dynasties, but what do y'all think is the next evolution, the next evolutionary turn in basketball? Like how the dunk revolutionized basketball, and how the 3-point shot revolutionized basketball. Do you think there's a next evolutionary turn, something that the Knicks can get ahead of and do that?
Point centers.
Yeah, basically making sure that the big man is little man. He has little man skills, and the little man is posting up a lot more. Well, not I say a lot more. I don't know the numbers, but they're basically taking those skills basically to get an advantage. And you might see. I don't know, because the Lakers kind of screwed that up, I think. Where the whole small ball idea, because having athletic front courts could nullify it at all, especially if you play a lot of zone.
They have a bunch of guys that could switch.
Right.
Everybody could switch on each other.
Is that the next?
No, the next wave. I don't even know. Like,
that's tough, Freezy, man. That's a very tough question.
Hey, Chris Acancio, I saw that. I saw that a couple days ago, the Chris Paul to the Phoenix Suns. I don't know how likely that is, because if you are Oklahoma City, what do you need with Ricky Rubio? Why would you take Ricky Rubio's contract?
Yeah, I think they didn't want them because you're gonna have to re-sign Kelly Oubre. I think he's a free agent next year, and I doubt he would go back to OKC.
Yeah, I mean, I just think OKC, if they're rebuilding, it depends on the direction that they want to go. If they are indeed rebuilding, I don't see where a Ricky Rubio would help. I think if you're rebuilding, you just go ahead and let SGA develop at point guard, and then maybe draft somebody else. So I mean, that's if they believe SGA is a point guard. Maybe they let him play off the ball to learn something from Chris Paul. But at the same time, if they feel like SGA is legit, then they'll probably look to move on with SGA at point, and that cat that killed James Harden in the playoffs at the 2. What's his name? I think it's Guillermo's favorite because in the playoffs, I used to watch the Legion of Knicks podcast during the playoffs, and I used to watch MF Doom go crazy with a cat named Luguentz Dort.
Oh, that's killing, bro.
That guy was Dort. 3-and-D guy.
Yeah.
What is he? OKC?
Yeah. If Schroeder and Chris Paul are gone,
which proves my point. You can find one undrafted. Well, you guys are like, oh yeah, let's draft Neesmith or freaking Vassell at 8. You could probably find one undrafted or in the second round.
No, you ain't following. Aaron Neesmith you ain't gonna find no Aaron Neesmith undrafted. A dude that shot 50% from 3 in the SEC. You gonna find one?
You didn't even play the SEC one. He got hurt.
But that's not his fault though. That's not his fault. That's two things. The season shut down and he broke it and he hurt his foot. So
he has foot problems now? That's not good.
No, he ain't got no foot problems, man. Come on.
You just said he hurt his foot.
Yeah. Russell Westbrook hurt his foot too. Should we not trade for him?
Oh my God. Is Neesmith an all-star?
Oh man, you moving the goalposts on me. You can't. Hey, you just said foot injury, and then I mentioned the guy with foot injury, and then you now it's all-star.
Because he's an all-star.
Yeah, well, Westbrook is an all-star. I'm not disputing that. But hey, but Wood, to your point, what I was talking about, man, is the diamonds in the rough. I think the Knicks may need to continue looking for diamonds in the rough, and I think they started down that road in Fizdale's first year when they brought in Mario Hezonja, Noah Vonleh, and oh god,
my boy Moutier.
Yeah,
Moutier, Hezonja. I think that was
Trey
it.
Burke. They were Trey Burke and a bunch of other guys. Yeah. So that's another route that I think what Woodshed said is fascinating in the fact that we don't talk enough about trying to uncover hidden gems, like bring in a guy and letting him run for a little bit and then seeing if he can play if given minutes. I think our development role is solely focused on top 10 picks. You know what I mean? At least Knicks fans' conversations are focused on development of the top 10 picks that we draft.
I'm simple. Play your best players. I don't care where you're drafted. I don't care if you're an undrafted player. I don't care if you're 40 years old. I don't care if you're 18 years old. If you're our best player, you play.
Right. I would be. So Chris Ocasio said Kuzma is going to be in the trade market as well, but I honestly hope we can get a good dump salary trade where we can get another pick. Hey, I think that's what a lot of Knicks fans want. But to the point that I just made,
there's a lot that needs to happen though. Like the Knicks have to strike out on Chris Paul. Like whatever star they're interested in, they have to strike out for them to start turning to. Oh yeah, we'll just absorb contracts or picks.
Right. Well, I'm saying I don't see where adding a Scal or BCA, say on a 1-year deal, just to see what he can do, as a bad idea. Especially as a backup to Mitchell Robinson. Like, he coming in the door, like, yo, you're going to play 10 minutes, you better get us 5 rebounds. That's your goal for this game. 5 boards in 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? That's your goal. And if you want to increase, you want more minutes, then you got to up your production. You know, so instead of just 5 boards in 10 minutes, you got to get me 5 and 5 points and 5 rebounds. You know what I'm saying, for a guy. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, so you want to give him measurable goals that he can look to achieve, and at the same time work with Tom Thibodeau on increasing his basketball IQ. So,
oh no,
yeah, I just think, but I guess you agree with me because you said you don't care about where they're drafted, how old they are, just bring in the best player and the best player play. So if we can find guys off the street, like
no, because like I'm still in, like I think we're trading for somebody, like one of those two, Russ or CP3. Like I think we're getting one of those two.
I prefer Westbrook.
I prefer CP3 because
CP3, man.
Well, like I don't care. Like I take either because I think it would definitely. They both help Mitchell Robinson and RJ so much.
Right. I think CP3 is better for the whole team.
Yeah, like CP3, but like for the whole organization. Well, like I think both would be like so good because like just having that like star, like it makes you like look at the franchise different.
Yeah.
Like it's not like Westbrook's a fake star. Like I think like a fake star is like freaking Paul George or like who else is there? Paul George, freaking Chris Middleton. Like I don't think Russell Westbrook's in that tier. I think he's above that tier.
I just don't see how Russell Westbrook, outside of his dribble drive penetration, makes anybody else better.
Well, he's going to cause a lot more transition baskets.
Yeah,
he's definitely gonna like RJ like ran like how many times did we see RJ run in transition by himself?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So the thing about I'm not against CP3, right? my preference is and I hate to say this as a vegan, right? But I like a T-bone steak. Like I like steak on both sides of the bone, right? So that to me that's Russell Westbrook. But there's nothing wrong with New York strip or filet mignon. You get filet on one side, you get New York strip on the other. You know what I'm saying? I just like both at the same time. But if you just give me a New York strip, guess what? It's still steak. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing with me and Chris Paul. Like, I don't mind New York strip. You know what I'm saying? But I think Russell Westbrook is both. Like, Russell Westbrook has legit played at an MVP level, right? And while you can debate Chris Paul played at an MVP level, I think he has. But
Russell Westbrook's fake MVP level does not compare to anything Chris Paul's ever done, man. I'm sorry.
Hey, Triborough, I wasn't born a vegan, dog. I wasn't born a vegan. I became a vegan. So
this guy is the biggest liar. He ain't no vegan. He was talking about he was having fish the other day.
Hey, I'll tell you what. So I bought just today. I bought the vegan bites from Buffalo Wild Wings today, and they were terrible.
Vegan bites?
The vegan things
they sound terrible.
like chicken.
They sound terrible, man.
Yeah. What do you call it? What's the white thing that looks like broccoli?
Cauliflower.
Yeah, cauliflower bites. It's supposed to taste like chicken, right? And I bought like $17 worth of that shit.
And it don't taste like
I got lemon pepper seasoning on it. I'm thinking like, this gonna taste like lemon pepper wings. Wrong.
Just go keto. Do the opposite.
All meat.
No, it's like a high fat diet. No, what?
No, man.
It's not all meat. You can still have broccoli. You can still have your vegetables. You just can't have bread.
You just can't have anything manufactured, right?
No.
Hey, no, man. But so here's the thing. Here's the thing, though, Art. So, and I know people in the chat don't care, but I'm gonna tell it anyway. So I got sick, right? And this medicine that the doctor put me on ballooned me up to 488 pounds, and I had to take it, right?
488 pounds.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm telling you. And so I told the doctor, I was like, yo, I keep gaining weight, man. I'm gonna wind up with different illnesses. And he was like, no, man, you got to do something. And I was like, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go get my ass in the gym and eat right. So I lost 160 pounds, right? 6'5" and a half, 323, is where I am right now, right? Loose skin and all, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm 323, whatever. I don't care. People judge me, whatever.
Hey,
I lost a whole person off of me.
You're
right?
a climbing.
Yeah, and in the gym, on the treadmill. You know what I'm saying? And on the treadmill, I do cardio before I work out and cardio after. You know what I'm saying? And so I plateaued at about 400 pounds. At 400 pounds, I couldn't get weight off. It was like 6 months. I step on a scale, it'd be like 399.9, 400 pounds every day for like 6 months. If you can imagine how frustrating that is, knowing that you get on a treadmill and you busting your behind in the gym. So I changed to a vegan lifestyle, and the pounds started coming off so fast, I thought I was sick. I ran to the doctor. I was like, hey, I'm losing too much weight too fast. He was like, what did you do? I was like, yo, I started eating vegan. And he was like, there you go. So, yeah, I mean.
But you know what, one thing I'll say about vegans, though, what you guys got to do if you're trying to stay steadfast to that, don't try to eat shit like that bullshit cauliflower shit, man. Because, again, people think, oh, because you're not eating me, what they put a lot.
Yeah, or those fake meat things, like, oh, yeah, the Beyond Burger thing.
Yeah, the Beyond Burger has 5 times as much sodium as seasoned burger. Like, the thing that they do with a lot of vegan shit, they say, oh, because you're not. One thing, and thinking about is like, if you want to do vegan, do vegan. I don't issue no vegans. God bless you, right? But one thing I don't like is that they say, fair enough, eating beef 24/7 is never good for you. It's terrible, right?
I just want to give Freezy credit that wasn't the first thing he ever said to us.
Yeah,
it's like, vegans are the quickest people to tell you that they're vegan.
Yep.
And now, I mean, but I don't say that as right. I mean, to me, that's not like a point of recognizing, like lifting my profile. I don't believe in that lifting profile stuff. I believe in organic. Like, either I'm gonna be myself, and if you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. It's the thing. Like when me and Legion of Knicks podcast used to be on Sim Show. How we developed like a chemistry and like a kinship was. My man was steadfast in the stuff that he believed in, and me too, right? And even if we disagreed, he never held that against me. He was never like, yo, I don't like this dude because he don't like what I like. You know what I'm saying? He was always like, well, the one thing I know about Uncle Freezy is when he come on, he gonna be himself. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why I'm partial to cats like Art and Rick and other guys. They rock with me because I don't try to impress them with stuff. I ain't trying to show y'all what kind of car I drive or houses and stuff. Y'all, we just rock with just natural stuff. Like either we agree or we don't, but we don't hold it against each other.
Yeah, I think just even on what you're talking about is like a lot of people take up shit like vegan shit, not because they necessarily want to be healthy or whatever. Because again, a lot of shit that's in vegan shit, when you put a lot of these sauces and that shit, it's just as much. You're just putting a lot of fat on. It's just okay. I'm not going to eat beef, but you're putting a lot of fat and a lot of unhealthy shit right back on your plate. And the thing about is a lot of vegans, they do this shit because they're not. I'm not saying you or any vegan it happens to. A lot of people join up being vegan shit because they don't have a personality or identity outside of, oh, I'm a vegan. What are you? Blah blah. I've seen people who are vegan literally put down other people. Like, why? I'm like, who gives a fuck what you eat? Like, why? It's eating. Like, you're consuming and you're gonna shit it out. Why are you bifurcating, or why are you like discriminating or shitting on somebody else because they don't do it? Oh my gosh, you eating animals? Well, you were animal. What the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
No, and you know what's worse? You know what's worse for the planet? Shipping around freaking produce.
Yeah.
You're just killing a cow.
Oh yeah, you know what? Actually, that's a great point because a kid from our high school, his hopefully he never hears this. I doubt he does. But his soon-to-be wife, I think he's supposed to get married this summer or whatever. But the pandemic, whatever. She's one of those annoying. She like basically controls his life now. Like I remember what he used to be, and she just basically controls like everything he says. He turned vegan because of her, and I'm like, ugh.
She has to be like really hot if.
No, not even
for me to turn vegan.
No, not worth it whatsoever.
I love my chicken. I love my steak. I love my
it's all about moderation.
And a lot of people miss the point. Like with me saying that I'm vegan, I didn't do it because I preferred it or I was legit stepping on the scale and being the same weight with increased effort. You know what I'm saying? I would legit increase the miles I ran every day and the pace I ran them and would step on the scale and would be frustrated out of my mind because I would see no result.
Right.
I mean,
some people it's like hormonally. Some people have those issues where just hormonally, it don't matter what you do unless you do certain things exactly to figure. That's why I think it's scary with Zion Williamson. I think he might have a hormonal problem. I don't think it may not be a laziness thing. Right? That's why I have to take myself back a little bit, but like, damn, he may not be lazy, like just a piece of shit.
I don't think he's lazy at all.
I think it's hormonal.
I think it's
very careful with what he eats.
That's just how his body is.
Yeah, he gotta be
like it's crazy how like he's what 275 or 280 or whatever, and how explosive he is. Like, that's a freak athlete.
You can have crazy explosive, crazy fast twitch muscle, right? But if you don't have the exoskeleton or whatever they want to call it, the skeletal, like the joints and everything that kind of hold it in,
he might be big bone.
Say it again.
I said he might be like big bone too.
No, he is big. I think he is big bone. But
I can't see him being like skinny, like. At all, I can't imagine him being skinny.
Hey man, I'm telling. Hey, so the thing about the vegan thing, and so I understand what y'all. Some people are food snobs. You know what I'm saying? Like some people are like, oh, I'm vegan. I can't go to your party, dude. You can go to the party.
Right. Oh, I can't eat with you guys. Oh my gosh! And I've been to vegan places too. Some of the food they serve, it's like you could be vegan and still serve good food.
Wait, are you vegan or vegetarian?
Vegan. Like I don't do animal products at all.
No animal. Okay.
Yeah, because I tried the vegetarian thing. And it puts me in the same situation where I just can't take weight off. Mm-hmm. I even did the thing no salt, like no sodium. I did that and I couldn't take weight off. I tried to drink a whole bunch of water things.
The biggest enemy, I'm telling you right now, it's not vegetables, it's not meat, it's carbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it turns into sugar, and then like what sugar is like the worst.
Yeah, sugar is fucking. It tastes so great. Terrible.
Yeah.
Right. And for me, and so the thing is, the other thing to and I know this is where we're talking Knicks, but for me, the thing is I can't do what's good for everybody else. I find results, my own personal results. So doing this right here gets me the desired results that I want. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I'm not telling somebody else to do it. I'm saying now I can sleep nights. I can sleep straight through the night, right? I wake up and I have the amount of energy you should have after having a decent amount of rest. Right? Now, I'm not saying that the vegan thing is for everybody because it's hard to find food. Just like I told you about the B-dubs thing earlier about the asparagus bites. It's tough for me to find grub. You know what I'm saying? Especially like when you go in the grocery store. You know how you just in a gas station and you just pick up like a bag of chips or something? See, I can't do all. I got to read these bags. Like, where did they fry this? All kind of obnoxious stuff. And so if you're not committed to food prep and all that stuff, it might not be for you. So I don't suggest anybody do it. What I do suggest, though, is get a good night's sleep and make sure you exercise, is what I say.
Yeah, I don't get good night's sleep anymore because of you.
I don't get that shit anymore. Yeah, that's
thanks to your late night streams.
Oh, yeah. Yesterday, I fucking went to sleep at, 2:30, 3? Thanks a lot, Freezy, you fuck.
Hey, man, but the Knicks fans love Knicks at night. They love Knicks at night.
Just go on earlier, but it's cool, though. I understand.
Hey, they love Knicks at night, man. The thing about it is one day I'm going to show y'all. But I get DM'd like, yo, what's good with Art? Why Art hadn't been on? Or where's Rick Wall? You know what I'm saying? when are you and Guillermo going to fight over Devin Vassell and Aaron Nesmith? And it's like one of those deals where, I got to give these people what they want, or not do it and just sit in somebody's video chat and wait for my turn to, talk or whatever. And nothing against that, because it's one of those deals where I just love the Knicks so much. But my preference would be bring these goons on late at night and let them fight, because people want to see it.
By the way, that video.
What time is it, bro? What time is it? 7 o'clock in Poland?
7 o'clock in Poland.
Yeah, Andy in the chat.
YouTube shit. My bad. I have this shit. Hold on.
Yeah. The thing is, people want to see it. Like, people legit hit me up like, Freezy, you wasn't on yesterday. What's good? You gonna be on today? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, okay. I'll turn these mics on. We can get it. So, hey, so Legion of the Knicks, what else you got coming out? You got anything coming out soon?
Kara Lewis, man, it's coming out tomorrow. I'm doing the Premiere Pro is rendering the video right now, so it should be out tomorrow, man. I might do some in the afternoon because I'm probably gonna be out at night, so I might do some shit in the afternoon, just to talk about some update. I might do some Met stuff actually tomorrow.
The Mets are the hot topic now.
Talk about Lindor, man. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. It's weird. It doesn't feel real. Like, I feel like that's gonna happen to Cohen. Like, he's gonna get in trouble for like insider trading again or some shit. Something weird, man. I'm just hoping nothing ever happens this good to Mets fans of like this magnitude. It just it's not realistic.
No, so, like I've never lived through a ownership change, I think.
Right.
Ever.
Right.
And I guess James Dolan, but like it was his dad who owned it.
Hey, the closest thing I think for Mets euphoria or Mets harmony was there was Ken Griffey Jr. asked the Mariners for a trade. And
I never thought he was gonna come to Mets.
Yeah, and around the same time, A-Rod was about to become a free agent.
Mm-hmm.
And the Houston Astros had a free agent pitcher named Mike Hampton, who was just like basically a shortstop because he could bat like 280 in your lineup. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, we can legit get A-Rod and call him Shay-Rod. You know what I'm saying? Shay-Rod come to New York.
Hey, I've never wanted A-Rod with them. I hated that dude. Even I just didn't like him. With the Mariners, I didn't care. I didn't really give a shit about him. But I mean, he was a beast of Mariners, don't get me wrong. But
he's in Texas too.
Yeah, he was in Texas. He had those years.
He was 40 and 40, man.
Something 40 line ball, man. Oh my gosh. I don't even like the Yankees, but I felt bad for Derek Jeter. Like, who was this fucking cornball? Like, trying to take my spot. Like, and I'm the one that fucking introduced you. That's not. It's like A-Rod's like he's just a corn. Like he tried to like climb like the Yankee ladder. Like, you're talking about if a great player like Jeter is putting you on, man. Like, why would you fuck that up and try to overshine him? Right? Don't they say in 48 Laws of Power, never try to overshine the master or some shit?
Right.
And it's like, ugh, A-Rod just gets me. And he was talking about, first of all, this is what I hate about him and his bootleg group with ownership group with J-Lo. You guys wouldn't have the money to fucking pay for free. Like, you know what I mean? You wouldn't have the capital.
Like, if they made a bidding war, they're not winning.
Right.
Steve Cohen is so much more richer. Like,
Steve Cohen, I mean, what? You think J-Lo's like, you think you're going to have J-Lo make more records to fucking sign free agents and shit? Get the fuck out of that dumb shit.
Right. Together their network is $1 billion, right? Together their network is $1 billion. So they would have to create an ownership group in order to get more investors for them to buy it. Steve Cohen by himself is worth $14 billion.
Right.
Dude, Cohen's going to like finally get those chop chops out of there and build that area around.
Oh yeah, that's a great point. That is a great fucking point.
He said that in the presser. He said, "Oh yeah, I'm going to invest around the area." Blah blah blah.
Wow, that's great. I wonder, would he bring condos there? Would anyone want to live there?
Better bring like some bar scenes there and shit.
It's like the end of the fucking. Would you want to live there though? Because it is like the last stop. Or the second to last stop, I think, on You have Mets Willets Point, or whatever that fucking shit is.
I don't think I would want to.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Unless you put a lot, you have to put a lot of shit around it. You have to put probably.
I don't think you would put cows. Like, yeah, you would have to put up like a park kinda, and then you have to put maybe
supermarket malls.
Yeah.
Some retail there. Yeah.
Right, retail. Yeah. It would just be too much, man. But
I keep forgetting that y'all are actually in New York City. Like, I'm not in New York City, so when y'all say that stuff, it looks like Oz to me. Like when I drive into Atlanta, off in the distance, Atlanta literally looks like Oz. Like I'm going to drive into the city, and be surrounded by like 4 million people. You know what I'm saying? So for y'all are surrounded by 4 million people all the time. So it's like no big deal. It's like if y'all drive out there, like it ain't nothing out here.
New York is such a weird city because there's so many people, but you can still feel alone. You know what I mean? Like,
there's some places I've never been. I've never been like.
Yeah, I've never been to Statue of Liberty. Like,
I've been to that.
Hey, you never been to Jersey City?
No, it's just Statue of Liberty.
I'm talking. Y'all saw it in Battery Park, right, in Brooklyn.
I'm never in Harlem. Like
I've been to Harlem.
I'm never in there.
Crazy. I always make it a what's name to go out to Harlem with friends and shit. But it's like I don't have any friends on. We're all from Brooklyn, so it's so tough. It's like, yeah, it'd be cool. Like you go in the summer, like I'll go there once in a while, but it's so fucking far. Like dogs. My cousin lives in. Well, I think she still lives like deep in Harlem, and literally from her apartment, I took the A back home one time. After partying, I was like, it literally took us like 2 hours to get back. I'm like, fuck it.
I have to take the A all the time. I'm in Rockaway.
Take the C train, but the A train is running local. But it's fucking terrible.
Yeah, see, in less than 2 hours, I can get to the heart of Charlotte, North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? In 2 hours, in 2 hours, in 2 hours, I can be golfing at Myrtle Beach. And golf is underrated, by the way. I can't do it right now because I hurt my back. But you know, I mean, so and from Jersey City, man, my grandmother used to live on Long Island. I used to go to Long Island every summer. Don't ask me where, I don't know. All I know is where rich black people used to live at. And in Jersey City, I lived where the poor black people used to live at. You know, and so spend the summers in the South Bronx where my grandfather used to be the mailman on a certain route. Everybody knew him because he carried a blade. That's about it. And he begged me, by the way, to be a Yankees fan every year. He's like, "You to the Yankees?" I'm like, "No, I ain't gonna see no Yankees." He was like, "But he used to be like Uncle Freezy, my grandfather, Uncle Freezy. The ballpark is right there. You sure you don't want to go see the Yankees?" No, they play in the American League. I'm a Mets fan. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna see no Yankees. What am I gonna see the Yankees for? You know what I'm saying?
What did Andy? Oh, sorry, I read some. My bad. There's somebody talking about some player. I thought it had to do with the Mets or some shit. Oh, we're gonna have some generic background beat in the Kara video, Guillermo. Andy got jokes, man. Look, just enjoy the video. I don't fucking know what else to say, man. Just enjoy the fucking video, man.
Hey, so what are you gonna do for draft night?
I don't know. I was thinking about having some shit, man. What you thinking of something?
What I would suggest is this, man. I know all the big dogs are gonna be doing their thing and want to have guys on. In my personal opinion, I think it's the perfect night for the little dogs to grow their channels. You know what I'm saying? Like, because everybody's not gonna watch Knicks fans TV, or everybody's not gonna be able to watch, you know what I'm saying, nothing but Knicks. So if you was doing something on Legion of Knicks podcast, I was gonna ask you, you know what I'm saying, if you wanted me to come on, I would.
Come on, you Udi Mac, Rick War, Woodshed. It'd be cool to have you guys on, man.
Yeah, because what I was gonna say, man, is I was just gonna do the joint by myself. I already got like 7 or 8 invites from other Knicks contributors, and so what I was planning on doing is just doing a joint by myself, so I can try.
When's the draft next Wednesday?
Yeah. But I mean, if you want me, if you want to just jump on and do your joint, I'll come on. You know what I'm saying? The main thing I want to do is make sure that we grow Legion of Knicks podcast and Lawrence Tears, get these subscriptions up. Because the big guys ain't really worried about subs like that. Because they get 10 to 12 subs, and it mean nothing to them. But 10 to 12 subs to us mean everything. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, and not necessarily. I guess that wouldn't be fair to say that they don't care about subs, but they already have like 11,000, 12,000 subs. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you could have 10 billion browsers open up, so you could be on. People could support each and every one of the channels and shit. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely down to do some shit. If you guys want to come on, Udi Mac if you're down, Rick War if he's down.
Yeah.
Obviously, Easy. I'm down to do that shit, man.
I've been trying to link up with Art and Rick to do a Art and War podcast. You know what I'm saying? That's my dream thing right now. A Art and War podcast.
Art of War? Art of War?
No, Art and War podcast.
I don't know. I might be starting a new job soon, so I don't know what my schedule is going to be like.
Okay. Hey, yeah. So
would you be available for next Wednesday though?
Yeah, I'm not going to be starting anytime soon. Like by next week, but like
yeah,
it's gonna be
And if you going on, I wouldn't. I come on, man. I like it, but I come on and do whatever. But you know what though?
Chris, I saw that rumor too.
Yeah, I saw it. But I just have fun like throwing Rick Wall a fastball, like saying just like for Rick Wall, I'd be like, yo, didn't you say Jared Culver was gonna be something? Now what? You was wrong. And Rick Wall will legit go off for like 40 minutes. So yeah.
They'll kill Rick Wall today. What are they talking about? Some shit? Or was it RJ or some shit? Because I guess he's now the designated RJ hater.
Probably like with Art, I'd be like, Art, you know you love Kevin Knox and Frank. I don't even know why you get on here and pretend like you don't. I got receipts. And watch Art go off.
There's definitely no receipts. There's a lot of.
Who do you like on the Knicks, Udi?
What? Who do I like? RJ and Mitch. That's it.
Oh, you are RJ. Okay.
Yeah.
You're not breaking down like his.
I think he had a normal rookie year. Like I didn't.
Oh my gosh, people were like Rick Wall was killing like dogs. He's a rookie and he's aggressive. Like
I like how he approached his rookie year. Like he didn't. Like he never looked lost to me. Like even though he would struggle, like he never looked lost like Kevin Knox did or Frank did. Yeah. Like, and like he shows like he wants to get better by like actually asking Allen Houston for advice. Like I've never heard a writer say, "Oh yeah, Dennis Smith Jr. Asked Walt Clyde Frazier for like they're sitting next to each other at practice talking basketball." I never heard that. I never heard. Hey, I never heard like David, like I don't know if David Lee did it, but like, oh, David Lee and Willis Reed are talking to each other or something. Like
right. But you know what though, man?
But David Lee got better. Like David Lee was fucking good.
Yeah, and he developed in New York too. He developed in New York.
Yeah, that's why like I hate that excuse, like, oh, bad coaching, blah blah blah. Like David Lee found a way to be the 30th pick and became an all-star. Like that's like Marty Collins and Ronaldo Balkman don't have an excuse.
Right.
Like, Marty Collins. Oh.
Hey, but you know what though? I used to watch Ronaldo Balkman, right? And nobody in the SEC had more energy than Ronaldo Balkman. This dude would literally dive over the front row, land in the third row after a loose ball. But then he got to the NBA, and you're like, yo, what is this cat? I mean, legit, when Isaiah Thomas said Ronaldo Balkman might be comparable to Dennis Rodman, when we used to go watch the games, I was like, you know what? I can see that if he can do the same thing in the NBA. But he got to the NBA and drinking champagne and wearing mink coats and all kind of stuff, and he just didn't do it.
Yeah, because I mean, you have to have talent, and
and he didn't have all that talent.
You can't just bring energy to the court.
Right. Yeah.
I legit watched this dude. jump over a front row, knock a girl down, and flick a basketball behind his back.
I at least thought like he could become like a Jerome Williams, but like he didn't even become
like a junkyard dog, right?
Yeah, he didn't even become that.
Because I got myself
Right. No doubt. But you know what though? I think you can develop cats in New York. I think you just have to be patient. I think if you bring in a Russell Westbrook and then you put guys on your bench and have them play certain roles, I think you could probably, develop cats in New York. Hey, so Legion of Knicks podcast, are you going to do a mock draft for us to have receipts on?
A mock draft.
A mock draft. So that we can have receipts.
Maybe, but I'm not.
But it's a mock draft. We're not gonna like tear Guillermo apart for a mock draft.
Yeah. I wouldn't like you say. Oh yeah, well they picked a Congo. It's like okay, all right. It's tough to really. Now you could say we'll put me to the feet to the fire if I say the Knicks. We draft this guy and I say how good he's going to be, blah blah, and he's not good. Like if I say Knicks get Devin Vassell, we get Devin Vassell, and he's a bust, and it's like all right, you kill me for that, but. To guess where guys are going, and especially in this draft,
right?
I don't fucking know. I'll do a mock draft. I did a mock draft last Saturday with a whole bunch of guys in there, and everybody had a pick each. And the worst person was Ernesto. He picked fucking Alessi.
Yeah, you did do the mock draft. That's right. Ernesto was going crazy in there. That's right.
Oh man,
that's right. We saw that.
Where do you? Yeah. You know who I like? I like Bomero. Leandro Bomero? Not at 8 though. Like 27, I would take him.
Hey man, at 27, I have my heart set on Tyler Bay. And I know people kill me. They're like, well, he won't be there. But listen, you can't squeeze 35 dudes in 27 spots. Every time I say a name, they're like, well, he's not gonna be there. You can't say 35 names, dog. Somebody has to be there. You know what I'm saying? So I like the Tyler Bay thing. At 8, to be honest with you, all I want is a quality basketball player. I don't even care about the name. I say Aaron Nesmith because I think he fits a need. But if we don't get Aaron Nesmith and say we do get Patrick Williams and he does turn into Kawhi, I'm not going to be mad at Patrick Williams. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if he becomes Kawhi, nobody should be mad. Nobody.
Yeah, but you're talking common sense. You're talking common sense. But Knicks fans are not always the best exhibit of common sense.
Who have Knicks fans like complained about that was like good? Like nobody complained about KP when he was good. Nobody complained about him. Like if a draft pick pans out, like. Knicks fans are going to be ecstatic, even if they didn't support the pick.
Knicks fans are haters.
No,
Knicks fans are haters.
No, dog. Knicks fans like make excuses for draft picks that suck.
Right, like Dennis Biss Jr. is literally bringing the ball up the court and they're chanting, "We want Frank." Knicks fans are haters.
I was at that game.
So Simmons says, "Look, guys, if we trade for Westbrook, I will have no choice but to root for him because he will be wearing orange and blue. I hope it will work out for the long term."
It's a 3-year deal. Who cares? Like the Knicks are not getting anybody in free agency.
Hey, say it again, man. Because I mean, Knicks fans legit are so enamored with cap space because this is the first time in their history that we ever had it, especially in consecutive years. That they don't want to give it away.
Nobody's joining a 30 or less win team, unless they're born here. Like LeBron only went back to the Cavs because he's from Cleveland. Like you're not gonna see freaking who's in New York. Like if the Knicks continue to suck, like Mitchell's not coming here. I think that's the guy who I want to be able to attract by the time he's unrestricted.
So we know that, right? So we know that. So you know what the Knicks fans do? You know what the Knicks fans want? So since we can't get Donovan Mitchell, draft Tyrese Maxey at like 8. That'll make
they're not even the same type of player. Like
I know this. Just like DSJ and Derrick Rose are not the same player. I know this, right? People will say, well, DSJ has potential to be. DSJ does not have the potential to be Derrick Rose. I mean, I'm sorry. DSJ is athletic.
We would have thought it right now.
Might be the same, but DSJ is not Derrick Rose. The same thing with Tyrese Maxey and Donovan Mitchell. Tyrese Maxey is athletic. He plays hard.
DSJ is basically Steve Francis when the Knicks got him.
Oh yeah,
the Knicks got him.
Washed up.
Like that's who DSJ is. Like at best, he'll be Orlando Magic Steve Francis, and that's not somebody who I want to waste. Like I want to use my time on.
So what is the answer? Because we can't just swat away everybody's opinion and every rumor and look at all these open roads and say no, not that, and then not provide an answer.
Yeah, exactly. That like whenever I'm like, oh yeah, I'll take Westbrook, and then like somebody's like, no, I don't want him, and then I was like, okay,
right.
Who would you get? Like who would you get? Never get an answer back.
That's the Knicks fans. The Knicks
or
fans
they go,
theory.
oh, I'd rather just go with the kids. Like you can't just go with the kids. Like that's just not realistic. Like the Knicks have already like nine guaranteed players that are under 24 or something on the roster. Plus, they're gonna have 3 more. Like no team builds their team with like 12 kids. Yeah. No team does that. Even the worst teams don't do that.
So leaving the Knicks, what's your answer? Like how do we fix this thing?
The team?
Yes.
You just gotta hope that the people up top are the people like.
Yeah, you get proper back. Look, the Knicks have been so.
We had Steve Mills running the shit.
Yeah. You can't have your friends running a basketball fucking team now. If you want to give Steve Mills like the little job not little, but the job that he has, whereas you do the media shit or whatever the fuck he's doing on the other side. Yeah, fair enough. But basketball decisions, you get basketball experts, and then if those guys fail, you get other basketball experts. Trust me, you're gonna hit with play. The Knicks have not hit. Like, let's be honest, we have not hit with players in drafts we had where we have not hit. Now, KP was one, yes, but even with that, we didn't get a guy who he's not here any longer. Right, we don't have any cornerstone players. You guys made a good point. You can look at the Hawks, and at least they have a cornerstone player, right? Mm-hmm. We don't have anything, so you can't have guys like Steve Mills thinking about, I'm going to make a trade for Terry Rozier and D'Angelo Russell and sell the whole.
So
he's not. I don't care how. Just because you're
Mills wanted to extend Marcus Morris.
Man, look, y'all already know how I feel about Marcus Morris.
And you know what's crazy? Like people were like, no, Perry had to have his fingerprints on that. But like once Mills got fired, all that talk about getting D'Lo, getting Rozier, extending Morris, it all went away.
All that smoke dissipated. All of that smoke dissipated as soon as
Morris got traded.
And you know what? And so here's my thing with Steve Mills. I'm no longer calling him Steve Mills. I'm calling him Fat Cat, because nobody you've ever seen lands on their feet with the Knicks more so than Steve Mills. Mm-hmm. He can set MSG on fire, and they'll call Fat Cat in to put the fire out. You know what I'm saying? I
guarantee you, if the Knicks start hitting their stride, he's coming back.
Yeah,
he's coming back.
And that's when you.
That's why when people oh no, Dolan's fine. I was like, Dolan keeps getting in his own way,
doing dumb shit like that.
He does dumb shit like that.
Fucking idiot.
Mills was gone in that little time span that the Knicks made the playoffs. Once he came back, the Knicks started sucking again.
And to the people in the chat, hey, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Go over to Guillermo's channel, Legion of the Knicks podcast. Hit that subscribe button. It don't cost y'all nothing. Hit that like button so that he'll show up in your YouTube algorithms, so that you'll hear and get videos like this and probably better on his channel. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all subscribe to Lawrence Tears so that y'all get alerts when I come on with my ugly mug and this messed up COVID beard. You know what I'm saying? Talking later at night, bringing on some dudes with some common sense like Art to keep me straight. Make sure y'all hit that like button so y'all can get the videos and stuff like that. Again, I want to do that because I want to say that because my man puts out great content and he's loyal to the Knicks fan base. He put out these videos. And the thing about him is he's standing the fire. Like when y'all come at him with these weird takes, he'll stand his ground and battle y'all like I do. Y'all know I don't play. When y'all come with this weird stuff, you know I'm gonna face to face y'all. If y'all whack, I'm gonna tell you whack. But if you don't, I'm gonna invite you on the show and let you talk as much as you want, as long as you're smart and got good takes. And I think Legion of the Knicks podcast might do the same thing. So make sure y'all subscribe to this channel and support. Get my man up to 1,000 subs, 1,100, 1,200 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? Get that 4,000 video watched hours up, so my man can put more money into his channel and such.
I just want the views so more people can come on and argue, man. You know, come and do your thing, man, and have fun, man. It's all stupid sports talk, man. Just fucking bullshit. So
so I wanted to talk to you. So I don't know if the people here saw Chef Zay's new show, Cooking with Chef Zay. Make sure y'all go support Chef Zay. You know, he funny as hell. And in a weird, like he ain't even trying. Like I legit think the dude is probably a comedian and don't know it. Like the dude cooks smash burgers.
He said stand up for a little bit. He said he did stand up for a little bit. Yeah. His joint is dope. Me and Mocha were watching his joint the other day. I was on break. I came home for lunch, and we just watched Chef Zay and Sim. Hey, that's pure comedy, bro. That's pure comedy. The dude's show was supposed to be on at 6 o'clock, and he gonna lay down and take a nap at 5:40. Like Isaiah, what you do? Why you gonna take a nap at 5:40? He's gonna come on at 6 o'clock. That's why Sim was
The dude is pure comedy. But anyway, I just wanted to plug that, man. But also I asked Guillermo about how we fix it, because a lot of times we swat away good takes, rumors, winding roads, and a lot of times we don't present a clear path on how we feel like we can fix the Knicks. And so I think the clear path to fix the Knicks is twofold, and I know that goes against what I just said, but I'm not hypocritical. Just hear me out on it. So I think you have to bring in a star and get a star to co-sign that your organization is a good organization, right? So if you get a Chris Paul or a Russell Westbrook to come to MSG and play basketball and not be distracted by stupid stuff like internal fires and all that stuff, prove to everybody that the Knicks have turned the corner and is a good organization. I think that helps them in terms of the optics of what the Knicks are looking to do. And then on the court, the veteran superstar that you bring in, if you add the requisite pieces for him to be good or the team to be good, like pick a direction, like legit say, hey, listen, I know we're not going to win an NBA championship in the next 2 to 3 years based on what we have, but what we'll try to do is shoot for the 7 seed until we're able to get better. It's like what I told Woodshed. I think you have to get up off the ground because the Knicks have been knocked down for so long. I think they legit have to get up off the ground, and before they start running, how about stand up for a little bit? Don't be Zab Judah and Kotzazoo. Don't be Zab Judah getting knocked out by Kotzazoo and you trying to go back on offense and your legs all wobbly. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. You make you look like an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Get up, legit shoot for the 7 seed every year until you're able to shoot for the 3 seed. You know what I'm saying? By either drafting a guy, somebody on your roster developing, or bringing in a free agent. And then once you legit get to that point where you're a 3 seed, then shoot for a championship. But don't shoot for a championship right now. You're not a championship contender, and you're not a piece or 2 away. Yep. Bringing in Russell Westbrook is not going to have you be 1 or 2 pieces away. Yep. We have to understand that. What we need to do is try to shoot for the 7 seed for a couple of years, and then shoot for the 3 seed eventually by adding pieces, and then shoot towards the championship. Like have like a 3 to 5 year plan on what you want to do, right? And don't depend on your draft picks to develop into stars. Keep drafting and let them develop. And then you may be able to improve a position internally by some of the guys you drafted. Or by the time you're respectable, a free agent might realize that you're not just Cinderella. You know what I'm saying? You might be, Snow White. You know what I'm saying? Like, people want us to be Cinderella, but what they don't realize is Cinderella had one great night before she married the prince. But all that shit leading up to that one night was terrible for her. That's what the Knicks are right now. We don't want all of that. What we want to do it step at a time. Basically establish yourself as a 7 seed, right? Establish yourself as that. Get out of the lottery. Stop picking 14 and under every year. And then establish yourself as a 3 seed. You might have to stay there 2 or 3 years. Don't get frustrated with that. And then once you get there and you establish respectability and that you're a presence in the league, then go after your guys. Swing for the fences as if you're a 3 seed, right? But don't do that where you are right now. We're the worst team in the league, right? The worst team in the league, and we're moving as if we're a 7 seed or a 3 seed. We're not. That's what I would say is our goal. Make sure we do it a step at a time. Ronnie Montero said we were a team away from being a championship contender. The whole team, man.
We're a what? Oh, a whole team?
Oh, yeah. Team. Yeah, we're a team away from a championship. And I agree with you. And I say these things, and I know that sobers up Knicks fandom sometimes about, like, don't shoot for the stars. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go to the moon, how about buy a rocket first? Don't just jump up in the air. You know what I'm saying? You jumping up in the air will never get to the moon. How about buy a rocket? That is the first point. And then once you get a rocket, how about navigating first? Like, how do I get to the moon? You know what I'm saying? I think Knicks fans think that since the team is in New York, that everybody will want to come here. Oh, if you win a championship in New York, it's like 10 championships in Milwaukee. Probably. But it's 100 times harder to win a championship in New York than it is in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Hey, Andy, I feel you. Andy is my Polish brother. So whenever you do it, whenever you want to do it, dog, I'm ready. Hey, Guillermo and I did it one night, but it was so hard. And the decision-making process is so hard, man. You can't really do that show.
You gave us like that impossible. You were being freaking James Dolan. Like, oh yeah, you have to get Cade Cunningham.
Hey man, I never said it was easy. If it was easy, the Knicks would already have 25 championships.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I mean, it is what it is. Anyway, whenever you want to do it, make sure you invite Guillermo though, because I mean, Guillermo bring the crowd with him. So, and then plus, I think he get kicks out of being right. Is that what it is?
Kicks out of being right, man. I just you like bringing terrible arguments like the Devin Vassell Naismith shit. Like that was just fucking awful, man. Like it was a layup. If you said all right, Killian Hayes or versus that, it's like all right. Then we have but you're talking about a specialist. Right, versus a guy who's good on both sides of the floor. You know what I mean? Like, it's not me. Like, I like being right. I like to have people who disagree with me. I mean, we talked about. I wish I could have Rick Warren more, and I almost never did agree. Well, he don't agree with anybody. He just picks an argument to pick an argument with anybody. But he usually has different opinions that I may not agree with, but I respect. So, not me. I'm still learning from all of you guys about a bunch of shit, man. So yeah, Freezy. Last night was just such a layup. Like it was like, what?
Nah, you just like going for people's neck. You think I'm gonna just let you go for my neck? Are you serious?
You the one, Freezy.
You did a Devin Vassell video.
But Freezy, you wanted this. If Naismith was better, I would have done a Naismith video.
Man,
what am I gonna show? Naismith just shooting threes? Oh yeah, Naismith. His strength is shooting threes. His weakness, every fucking thing else. I mean, that's a 2-minute video. That's a discussion. That's a talk. Come on, man. Naismith.
Let's do it. Listen, man, I'm not into ego stroking and all that stuff. I just like keeping it a buck. But you just like being right on national TV. You know what I'm saying?
This is YouTube at 2 a.m. in the morning. We are,
and we still got like 20 people. Like we still got like 18, 20 people coming in.
Salute to everybody in here, and
and go subscribe to the channel too. By the way,
I don't know if this is SNL or fucking ESPN or some dumb shit. Even though I think if I was on ESPN, I would have done a better job than some of the fucking draft picks they're making in their bootleg mock draft. Oh my gosh, man, that shit was fucking awful, man. Kendrick Perkins is no absolute shit.
No, nothing.
Jets don't play this weekend. Oh shit, I just forgot. Jets do not play this weekend.
Just don't play, right? You said
have a bye, right? Yeah, we have a bye. Yeah.
Hey, so
you get to watch the Giants versus the Eagles.
Oh my god.
God, man, I hope we win.
Giants. Yeah, I hope you win too, man. Stay away from that.
We're not even close anymore. We have 2 wins. You don't have to worry about that.
Nah, I don't want to. I just want 0 wins. I'm actually happy with 0. I don't want anything else but 0 wins. But I don't need us fucking around and winning a meaningless game against the fucking. We almost beat the fucking Patriots, bro. Because they're tanking. They think they're fucking sick. They're tanking too. Because they want to fucking get they probably want to get a guy like Trey Lance. I don't know if Trey Lance do good enough.
No, they're gonna get that BYU kid.
Who's the BYU kid?
Wilson, I think. Zach Wilson.
Is he a Belichick type of quarterback?
He has a cannon.
Doesn't Trey Lance have a fucking disgusting cannon too?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked at any quarterback because
look who is in the building. Payback Carter and Marquise Walker is in the same place at the same time. Dog, I thought y'all was like the same person.
They're not.
I legit thought Payback Carter and Marquise Walker were the same person.
Rivaling each other, some shit. Do they hate each other? Payback.
hey, what's good? Payback Carter, what's good?
What up, man? I'm playing this fucking Call of Duty shit. This new fucking.
Yo, me and Marquise Walker got to do a New Edition is overrated
video.
Guillermo,
you have the new one or you have both?
Oh, the new one. I have both. I have the fucking.
You got the admin.
Yeah, I have both of them. I just loaded up finished loading up the 1980s Cold War, whatever the fuck this shit is. But, wait, New Edition? What?
Yo, what's good? What is good? What's good?
What?
Freezy's always hating on New Edition when Marquise Walker comes.
That's what I'm saying. Freezy just says shit to say shit. New Edition. What?
Marquise Walker know how I feel. He know I feel like New Jersey R&B is the greatest R&B ever. New Jersey R&B is better than New York R&B. New Jersey R&B is better than Detroit R&B.
Freezy.
New Jersey R&B is better than Oakland R&B. It's better than Philly R&B. I'm willing to debate it. I mean, not right now because we talking Knicks. We talking Knicks right now. But I mean, any of y'all want to get dusted up?
Freezy, you can't.
Y'all want to get dusted up? Who want to run up with Bomba Clot?
Freezy, you can't be doing
run up with Bomba Clot. That's all I'm gonna say.
You can't be doing this all your life where you just bring up random shit, extreme fucking shit. To
First of all, Legion of the Knicks podcast don't know R&B. Legion of the Knicks podcast.
I don't know R&B. You just said
you don't know R&B. You know rap.
You said I know R&B. I know bossa nova. I know fucking not classical, but I know different eras of contemporary music. Where do you want to go? You want to talk about bossa nova? Do you know about Arthur Veracai? Do you know about Tim Maya, Milton Nasir?
Yeah, they get sampled. They get sampled a lot.
I'm not just talking about their samples. I'm to go download. Was it 1973 by Arthur Veracai?
I know samples. I'm the sample king. There is no sample that if I hear it, I don't know where it comes from.
I put money. I could play a sample. You don't know where it's from. What are you talking about? I could literally play something.
Payback Carter just asked me what R&B group is from Jersey. Are you serious?
I could play a fucking sample right now. You won't know where the fuck it's from. You don't want to play a sample game, bro.
Hey man, listen, man. Don't step into this bear trap, dog.
Treasy,
You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, I know you from the city. Stay dressed up. You don't want to get in these alleyways with me.
Breezy, you said all this shit yesterday and got you told all this shit and got fucking swept like the Knicks when they played the Nets that 1 year in the mid 2000s.
Yeah, when Tim Thomas called Kenyon Martin Fugazi, you remember that?
Yeah, Fugazi.
When he's like the biggest Fugazi guy ever.
We were like 10 games below 500. I was like, yeah, this is not.
And Tim Thomas was like, yeah, Kenyon Martin is Fugazi.
We only made it because we traded for Marbury.
Right.
We were so bad at the start of the year.
How did we make the East was that bad that we were able to make it? How many games in 500 were we? 10?
I don't know, because I remember we beat out Cleveland because like they were on the cusp too with LeBron. It was LeBron's rookie year.
Oh my god! Really? Oh wow! It was 2003. It was 2004. Yeah. Oh wow! Fuck, you're right.
Yep, 2003, 2004.
Holy shit! That is fucking terrible. We were.
Hey man, so just for payback Carter. So just for payback Carter, he's like, nah, I'm serious. What R&B groups and all that stuff are from New Jersey? I'm gonna just throw this out here and continue y'all conversation. Hey, you know the Fugees made music in New Jersey, and if you like Lauryn Hill or whatever, I'm not a Lauryn Hill fan. I think Lauryn Hill is very overrated, but they made music from in Newark, New Jersey. Newark, New Jersey is a real place.
If you want to do this shit, Freezy,
just throwing it out there.
New York pizza too.
I'm not doing this fucking dumb shit about Lauryn Hill being overrated. If you want to do that, if you want to go through that again,
I'm not saying Lauryn Hill is over. I'm trying not to. Okay.
What? Freezy, you do this purposely so people could come in and argue. You're not slick. You're not. I see you.
I'm legit doing the bait for Marquise Walker to jump out here on that Boston versus New Jersey R&B.
All right.
And you better not fall for it. Marquise Walker, keep on walking.
Marquise Walker.
Hey, Marquise, you my dog. You know I love you, dog. You know I love you, dog. You know I'm just trolling. You know I'm just trolling. But you don't want this. You don't want this argument. You don't want New Edition versus New Jersey. You don't want that one.
I'm just happy that Marquise Walker did Pink Floyd the other day, which Pink Floyd is my favorite rock group, by the way. And that's beautiful, man. Pink Floyd is.
Hey, I'm gonna just throw a couple names out here for people, so they'll see that I'm not just trolling. I'm gonna just put a group out here for the people that are wondering if I'm crazy or not. This group right here is from New Jersey.
Naughty by Nature.
You ever heard of this group I just put in there? Parliament Funkadelic? You ever heard of them?
Freezy, you're not saying groups that are like no one's ever heard of course.
I'm just saying.
George Clinton, the mothership? Like, come on, man.
I'm just saying, you ever heard of this person here? I'm just gonna throw one more person.
Who's that person? MC Hammer? Like, Freezy. You try to make it seem like the guy.
He's Googling it right now. Like, he can't even get off the top of his head.
Y'all ever heard of that?
Never heard of it.
I'm just saying, this argument is legit better than what y'all think it is. It's a bear trap. You don't want to fall into this bear trap.
Who'd you say right now, Freezy?
You don't want to. He don't want. Hey, nobody wants to fall into this bear trap of who produces the best music. I want somebody from Detroit to challenge me. Anybody from Motown want to challenge me on this? Who puts out the best music thing? I'll give y'all. I already know y'all coming with Eminem and the Temptations, and I already got people that have outsold them about leaps and bounds.
Baby, baby.
Yeah.
I know more. I probably know way more R&B than you, man. You don't know R&B like that, bro.
Okay. All right.
You know the Montclairs?
Yes.
Name a song by the Montclairs. No, you don't know no fucking Montclairs.
Clap Your Hands. No, not Clap Your Hands. Is the Montclairs Clap Your Hands?
No.
You sure?
Yes. Yeah, you don't know no R&B. Let's do it. You don't know no R&B, man. What are you talking about, bro?
Sing it. Yeah.
All right. So hey, okay.
Sing
All
it,
right.
Freezy.
Yeah, sing it, Freezy. Give us a few words, Freezy, or a few I don't know.
Verses.
Verses. Yeah. A few notes. That's what I meant to say.
You ain't getting me singing on the internet. So that'll be me singing on the internet. Will be your intro music, so you can clown, so you control me. No, I ain't doing that.
No, it's so funny.
I don't know. If you're a dude who can sing, I don't trust.
That's a great idea to ever like have you like as an intro. Just play it.
Freezy sing it.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Hey, you got a good point. Hey, the Montclairs are good. I just looked them up just now. The Montclairs are really good, man. Yeah, the Montclairs are good. But man, listen. You got to give me all you got to say. I end this argument right now. If you say New Jersey produces the best music, if you say that, then I will bring this argument up again.
They don't produce best music.
I did not get a PS5. I tried, but I didn't succeed.
Dogs, I've heard people are paying a fucking
$1,000. Yep.
I'm not paying that shit for shit. I'm gonna get. And what games are out now that you need to have for the PS5?
Exactly. Like you could play 2K on freaking PS4.
Yeah, fucking FIFA still like, bro. That is people are literally getting it just because of how it looks. Like, I really feel like, oh man, I have to not because how it looks, just because of it's new and I'm like, I'm not doing that shit. I remember when the PS2 came out and people were doing that dumb shit. People paying like $500 and shit.
Nah,
I don't remember PS4 getting that much hype though.
PS4, did it get that much hype?
Because I got it the day of, and I don't remember it being like, oh yeah, it was like people were reselling it. I don't know. This is like crazy. $1,000 for fucking.
A fucking $1,000 for no games. You don't pay for the. I mean, you can pay console, but you don't. You're not paying. You.
I'd rather get it. If you have $1,000, drop it on a PC.
Right.
Why not?
Why fucking?
It's gonna be better.
Why a MacBook? Why are these new MacBooks? That's not my fucking MacBook. It's just still fucking glorious, even though I gotta stop eating there because I got this fucking garbage on it. But yeah, people spending money on some dumb shit. I don't get this.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just say this about New Jersey music, and I'm gonna move on. I ain't gonna bring it up no more. But
so you can make the point and then don't have to argue it. You're not slick, Freezy. Make it point about New Jersey music. Let's go.
Bruce Springsteen. You ever heard of Bruce Springsteen?
Freezy, are you legit asking me if I ever heard of Bruce Springsteen?
It's not just you. It's we got like 20 or 30 or 18 to 20 people in the chat that are like, yo, crazy.
Can't start a fire.
Bruce Springsteen is, yeah.
Living on a prayer. Like, come on, dogs. Come
on, dog. You got to give New Jersey their credit for music.
You don't know.
You ever heard of Bon Jovi?
Yeah.
So Detroit, I'm calling y'all out. Detroit,
overrated artist of all time, by the way. Do you know a Sting?
Yes.
Sting, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I love Message in a Bottle is like one of my favorite joints.
My favorite song from Sting is Fields of Gold. Fields of Gold. Yeah.
And so hey, Marquise Walker, right, man? Put the same money in PlayStation style.
Everybody knows that.
You know what I'm saying?
That song, man. That's a beautiful song.
I have a Nintendo Switch. But ever since I got a PC, like I just never I haven't bought anything else.
You're a PC gamer?
Yep. Elite.
I can never play games on a PC. Oh, that's a lie. I play Civilization. That's like I like Simulations because of the history aspect. I love that game, man, but it's terribly addictive and it's not healthy for you. But I don't know how people play on like the PC, like the
mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, I don't know how motherfuckers do that shit. I'm playing this fucking.
Yeah, I thought when I played the beta, like I played the beta for the Cold War, I thought my levels would carry over. I guess not.
Oh, are you starting the Cold War now? You playing it?
Yeah.
I'm just playing a campaign. People don't like campaign. I love campaign shit. But yeah, I'm gonna be in a multi player phase thing.
Yo, so Legion of Knicks, can you stream say gaming on using OBS?
Yeah. It's big for
people stream.
Yeah.
Okay. A bunch of NBA players stream.
Okay.
I need to fix like my my overlay just to get a nice overlay because I want to get one like you know how Sim has it where you can see the people chatting. Because one thing I like about OBS is that I like with StreamYard you could highlight people's comments.
Right.
OBS because I don't think you can connect OBS into StreamYard, right?
Right. Right.
You connect to
OBS
YouTube.
is tough, man. I tried doing that with my
it's not easy.
With my Twitch and Facebook gaming thing.
Oh, you have Twitch? You on Twitch?
I haven't Twitched in a while, but I do have a Twitch. Because I'd be getting those Warzone dubs.
Warzone was fucking. Civilization. I just couldn't fucking. That shit was fucking me up with work. I was like, shit, man, I'm a grown ass man.
So you touched on something, man. I want to. Man, so I used to love FIFA back in the day, and I had played FIFA in so long. I'm afraid if I jump on, then I'm gonna get roasted by everybody in the universe. So is it still the same type gameplay, or is it at the point where I have to get back in the lab? I got to spend like a month in the lab just to be good.
FIFA's probably been the same game for the past.
Yeah, they've done very little. They're living off of the name because I was big. Like I literally had to stop FIFA because last year I played it way too much. FIFA 20, FIFA 20. FIFA 20, right? Yeah, it was FIFA 20, and it was bad. Also, it's like the FUT, the Ultimate Team, the weekend.
Yeah.
They I don't know. They're making money hand over fist, but I don't think they've expanded their servers or built out their proper server infrastructure where you can actually play people that's not lagging. Right? People are getting advantage because you can't fucking play like it's a bad product, man. It's a bad product, and they don't give a shit because people.
Because it's like a monopoly, basically.
Right.
Like nobody.
Oh, okay. Okay. So there's no other soccer games that are comparable.
Why not? You have
PS or whatever.
PS is good. I like PS. It's cool. I used to play it heavy. I thought PS was better.
No, but like Madden and 2K, like they don't make that much improvements at all.
Yeah, I heard Madden was not good this year. They had Colin Kaepernick, who's better than like fucking than Cam Newton. It's like, dogs. Colin Kaepernick played in how long? What is he? 80? He was like 81, and Cam Newton was like 79 or some shit. Like,
right.
Oh man, yeah, they have not improved that game. I didn't play. Wait, no, I did have Madden 20. Yeah, but I hardly played that game, man.
Yeah, I have Madden 20. I played it. It was all right.
It's the same game. It's the same game every fucking game.
My only thing is if you run up tempo, like if you legit just run fast paced, cats get so tired. I mean, I understand running up tempo will get your players tired, but I mean it's excessive tired. It's like they go from green to red on like 3 plays. No. You like, come on, dog. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. Your quarter after the third throw, like in a 2-minute drill after the third throw, your quarterback is like a wounded Vietnam vet dragging his body. All he literally doing is standing in a shotgun throwing a football. You know what I'm saying? But
this is like
what you said. He's not playing with the left.
At least back in the day, like in 2008, they introduced like the hit stick and all that shit. And it's like, oh,
Marquise Walker is so good.
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
So what are we gonna do? We gonna do that R&B review? Or no? Or you don't want that in New Jersey?
I'm not gonna do the arm. You want to do it now, like, bro?
No, not now. No, not now.
You don't
Not
have
now.
any goals for New Jersey. Like, who are you comparing it to? New York?
No, to Boston. To Boston.
Oh, Boston. Okay, all right. Well,
Boston definitely ain't that.
I guess Benzino. I guess you got Benzino, man.
Yeah. No. Well, that's. I mean, they got. I mean, Guru was from Boston. The transitions are from Boston. The transitions are dope, by the way. It's like New Edition all grown up. You know what I'm saying? I just think New Edition is overrated. I think New Edition probably has 3 great albums over a 30-year stretch, and they eat off that. So they got 3 great albums off 30 years.
It's a little bit more than. I think it's a little bit more than like New Edition. Like they've done so much. Like black R&B groups weren't selling out stadiums like that back in the day. New Editions they were the first to be doing that shit. Like I don't know. I just feel like they're more monumental than what people give them. I think they're underrated in some regards.
Would you prefer New York R&B over Boston?
Over Boston?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like what R&B from?
It's not even close, right?
Benzino got a group. Like what's the Boston R&B group?
New York R&B. New York R&B is Luther Vandross, Keith Sweat, Freddie Jackson, Albie Shaw, a bunch of people from New York. I mean, I think New York R&B is probably top 5. You know what I'm saying? But it's not
from New York. Nah, he wasn't from New York, was he?
Who?
D'Angelo?
Virginia.
He may be Virginia. I think he's from Virginia.
Virginia, yeah, and Virginia is in the top 10 too. Virginia is
Atlanta was up there.
Yeah, Virginia.
I think old school. You have to say Philly, right? You have to say
Oakland. You got to give Oakland credit because Oakland is In Vogue, Tony, Sly and the Family Stone, MC Hammer, Too Short. It's a bunch of people. The Oakland Stroke is for real.
You need whatever you need.
Oh yeah, Oakland is serious. Oakland is a serious player, man. When it comes to music, man.
Atlanta's probably king. I think Atlanta's king just because.
For who? Total? I mean, Total's from New Jersey, by the way. I don't know why I said Total.
Monica, they come on like a whole bunch of fucking all those R&B artists in the 90s and shit.
With the group with the twins in it. Let's Get Married. I forget the name of the group.
Oh, Next. Not Next. Fuck. What the? Jagged Edge.
Jagged Edge. Yeah, Jagged Edge. Jagged Edge. And the four chicks. I forget the 4 chicks, man. So it was like the 4 chicks. I keep forgetting. It's like the 2 biscuit face broads and the light skinned girl.
Oh, Escape.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, that's what that T.I.'s wife. The one who got all that surgery on her face.
TLC's from Atlanta.
TLC's from Atlanta?
Yeah, TLC's from Atlanta. Yeah. Yeah, Jagged Edge, right. Yeah, but in terms of and I'm gonna get off this, man, and probably I'm gonna jump off, man. We've been doing it for like 3 hours. Guillermo, I don't know why you baited me into this R&B thing. I just wanted to get on and get some shine. And jump
shit. This is between you and Marquise Walker, man, with his bum ass Boston.
All I wanted you to do is just call me. I just wanted you to call me the king of R&B knowledge, and then I was gonna jump off.
You don't have.
You're not the king of anything, Freezy.
Yeah, you felt with Vassal. You felt like what?
You're the king of picking fights that you can't win.
Thank you. Yes. You're the king of picking useless arguments about.
All I do is pick fights and get beat up. Is that what you say, Art?
Yes.
Oh my god.
This guy. What the
man.
Now, if you're talking about Boston R&B, I don't know who from Boston would you be. Besides, I guess New Edition's from Boston. You said.
Yeah, I just think they overrated, man. They got 3 great albums in 30 years.
Overrated, like How are they overrated? I don't get it. How are they overrated?
Because they had 3 great albums in 30 years. And even if you break them up into pieces, even if you do a Bobby Brown, BBD, they only had 1 great album. No, man, I ain't no bully. I just like conversations. I ain't no bully, man. I'm the opposite of the bully. You know what I'm saying? I'm the dude that run to fight the bully. You know what I'm saying? I'm the complete opposite. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in big time in people. You know what I'm saying? I don't need no ego stroke, none of that stuff, man. I just like talking to y'all. I just bring up these conversations.
You like being wrong. You have a weird fetish where you just like being wrong because you pick layup arguments and you pick the worst.
Hey, the worst Chuck B, let Guillermo talk.
Where's Chuck? Who?
No, I said that because Guillermo sounded like Chuck B just now.
Oh, let me talk. Chuck B's my guy. That Twitter chat is hilarious, man. You guys order from like just talking to like, yo, I'm gonna fuck you up. It's like, what? How do we get there?
These dudes is legit. Like if you say one more thing about Frank, I'm gonna meet you at exit 17. No, dog, we was talking about Frank.
No, but you overreact with Frank. You know that. You know you overreact with Frank, man.
Yeah.
If Frank is good next year, you're not gonna be saying shit. No, you might be the one to be like, I was saying there was a chance. I know you, Freezy. You gotta take like
With the thing with Frank is I just feel like smart people can talk about more than one topic. Like every time we get together, we don't have to talk Frank. Because most people are smart and have smart takes. Like you don't have to evolve the conversation back to Frank Ntilikina every time we meet.
Shit. Get off me, zombies. Shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like I would legit like to hear the Guillermo and Kira Lewis thing, but some people will be like, "Yo, what about Frank? Dude, can you please let Guillermo talk Kira Lewis?"
No,
just for a little bit before we get back to
Frank over Kira Lewis. I mean, people just because he got drafted, people are still holding out hope, but he's done. I think Frank might be done with the Knicks, which it is what it is.
I mean, but it's the truth. Me, Art has been in here. Art has been in here, or at least in the chat, and seeing me just broach a topic like, "Hey, y'all, let's talk about who we'll pick at 8," and watch the conversation slowly turn towards Frank Ntilikina. It happened the other night with Raphael and Teddy Flat. You know what I'm saying? Like instead of like talking about who we pick at 8, it slowly evolves to why we need to give Frank 3 more years. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying, listen, at 8, I'm picking Devin Vassell or whoever you want at 8. Why do we need a point guard? If you take Killian Hayes, can he play with Frank? And you're like, dog, in 3 years, you hadn't seen Frank play good with anybody. So why are you bringing this up with Killian Hayes?
Frank played okay with KP.
He was okay.
He's okay with KP. That's what I'm saying. There's no context when we talk. Now, look, does Frank suck offensively? Yes. But, I mean, again, people have not – you cannot sit here and say that in the NBA there have not been guys that you saw and said, damn, man, I don't know why they drafted him. And then in 2-3 years, you're like, oh, okay, I get it. It makes sense. Right? Again, you had the worst development. So the thing with Frank is that I don't kill Frank because he didn't choose to be drafted by the Knicks. The Knicks drafted him and they put no plan in place to properly develop him. Right? And that comes from the owner because you got a GM here and it's like, I mean, you have freaking Hornacek and like, come on, dog. Come on, man. So I don't want to.
I don't disagree with any of that stuff, man. I'm just saying, like, if you legit want to talk, like if you legit want to talk Devin Vassell versus Aaron Nesmith, why are we bringing up Frank Ntilikina in the middle of the debate? You legit have to stop. Hey. Let's stop saying his thing about his guy.
Yeah, but they might bring up Frank to make a point about something. It's not necessarily I'm bringing up Frank to Frank. It'd be like, all right, well, you want to talk about defense, you talk about how he uses hips. It's like, all right, well, Frank does that, and that's somebody we have in the team, and you see in spurts that he plays good defense, right? It's not to say Frank has nothing to do outside of the context of that point you just made. That's it.
Right. Right.
So
Hey,
you don't have to
so
worry about Frank, big dog. Let Frank live, man. And if Frank puts up 15, 40, he's ready to put up 82 at the line or whatever it is, high, low
86.7.
86.7 at the line, right? Does he go to line enough? No. But
No.
if he's who's just like, no, don't say that dumb shit. I'm just saying, look, I can't kill. Let's see what Frank does. That's all I'll say. I'm not talking as a lead guard. I'm talking about a guy off the bench, whatever play defense. Let's see what he does.
Hey, let me do one more thing. Hey, so Andy N is a part of the Nothing But Knicks fan. He does videos with Sim and does his thing on Sportscast. I saw a couple episodes with him and some crazy dude screaming Kristaps Porzingis' name like twice every minute. So hey, go support Andy on Sportscaster. That's our guy.
Freezy, before you have to promote. Chuck B says he wants Mark. You got to get Mark versus Chuck B. Chuck B said it yesterday. He wants to see Mark. So you got to get that on somehow, or get to Mark somehow, man.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do about that. Mark is hard to pin down. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what we can do for Mark. He DM'd me the other day.
I have Mark's number. I'll text him. Hold up. We could have on Monday. We can have something where it'll be a pre-draft. Who do you like, right? And have those two just go at it. Who's the best point guard, the best shooting guard, the best small forward, the best whatever. And we'll see what they say, man. Let's see.
Hey, yo, shout out to Marquise Walker too. I've been wanting to do that for a while. Yo, I'll be on YouTube like canvassing to see what time to jump on. And it's the reason why my schedule is not set, because when I see my homies on, I try not to jump on while they on. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like, well, how come I'm inconsistent with my schedule? It's out of respect for the homies, and I hope sometimes they would consider doing the same. You know what I'm saying, for me. But it's not as important for me that they don't do that for me. But when they jump on, I try to jump on and support, going and chat and all that stuff. But I saw Marquise Walker is grinding his behind off. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go subscribe to my man's channel. He go live just like us, you know what I'm saying, on YouTube. And he's like a wealth of knowledge. Him and Triborough Gigolo. Yo, y'all get man Triborough. You know what I'm saying? Yo, make sure.
When he goes on to do the next Pink Floyd album, I wish you were here. I'm hopefully gonna be on there, man, because that's my groove, man. So hopefully he has me on, man. We gotta.
Oh fuck.
We gotta talk.
Died.
We gotta talk about that, man.
I'm sorry, I missed it, man. I missed what you said. I'm sorry.
I'm saying that Marquise Walker, I believe he's going to review "Wish You Were Here" by Pink Floyd, which is another great album by Pink Floyd. So hopefully he has me on. We can all sit there and talk some shit, man. But yeah.
Hey, and so I have a Pink Floyd story that I'm gonna tell, right? Just real quick. I promise you, it's like 30 seconds. And Guillermo, for the record, man, we got to finish up this Janet Jackson story. We got to put it into it.
You got to finish it.
But anyway, so we were at work, right? And these cats are telling me about this local hockey team. They're like, "You like the Devils, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I watch the Devils every night." You know what I'm saying? I watch every Devils game. You know, I'm from New Jersey. The Devils were the best team at one point. So, they're like, "Yo, you got to come out and see this team, the PD Pride." You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Man, I ain't going to see no local hockey." And they're like, "Nah, dog, I promise you, it's dope. It's dope." So anyway, I was like, "Yo, if I go, I ain't paying for that. You're gonna pay for the tickets and the beer." Homeboy Ted is like, "Done. That's easy." So I show up and I'm ready to pay. You know, I was joking or whatever. So, we go in and we look at the score, and it's like 6 minutes into the first period, and the PD Pride are down 6-0. Right? I'm like, what the hell is this? And so we're like, no, dog, it's dope, I promise you. So anyway, the PD Pride wound up losing the game 7-6. They scrambled all the way back, right? So now I'm addicted. I'm like, yo, these dudes got heart. I like dudes with heart. You know what I'm saying? So I start going to like 2 years, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So they win these championships. I'm taking the kids, blah, blah, blah. And so since the PD Pride is a small market team, kind of like the Tampa Bay Rays as a comp in baseball, what happened was teams got tired of PD Pride winning. So they started buying guys. The Pride couldn't keep up, right? So for 2 years, the Pride was finishing in last place, and this team from Charleston, South Carolina, and a team from Columbia had all the superstar free agents. Whatever. I'm fast forwarding through. So anyway, we go to Charleston, right, to go see the PD Pride, and we signed this guy the week of, and he ate at the restaurant with us with Red Bone Alley. He was like, "Yo, can I sit with y'all?" I'm like, "Hey, you play for the Pride?" He's like, "Yeah. Ain't no tables in here. I just wanted to sit with some fans." And I was like, "Oh, come on!" So we squeeze up at this table. We talking about his journey and all this stuff, and we like the dude. The dude was like getting our number, and he calling us like, "Yeah, man, we just finished." He all hype, you know what I'm saying? And so the Saturday, we ride down to Charleston. The dude is on a breakaway, and like 3 of the Charleston dudes slam him in the boards and tear up his knee, right? And now our best player is hurt out for the year, the dude that made friends with us. And so he calling us crying, like, "Yeah, man, I might be done. I don't know if they're going to sign me back. You know, I was a journeyman, man. You know, I was thinking about hanging it up. And so I just came to, you know, Florence, whatever, just wanted to." And so we like mad for this dude because he legit was like calling us, "Yeah, we just finished practice. We look good. We might do." And so we go to Charleston and they hurt him. And not only do they hurt him, they beat us like 13-1, right? And so we mad. We getting back on the bus. I probably drunk like Marquise Walker. Don't judge me, but I probably drunk like 19 Bud Lights. I'm just gonna say 19 because 20 Bud Lights makes me sound like an alcoholic. So I'm gonna say 19 plus because I'm mad, right? So they come back the next Saturday. Like they come to Florence. Yo, we outside tailgating, right? We like, "Yeah, we gonna get Charleston. They hurt our man." We out there, you know what I'm saying, throwing stuff at their bus and dog. And I run up to the bus, like, you know, back then I was like 235, maybe something like that. I run up to the bus. I'm like, "Yeah, get y'all off the bus." And these people getting off the bus with like missing teeth, 6'6", 270. And I'm like, "Yeah, y'all get back on the bus." So anyway, they come inside, and the dude we signed off the street, he big timed us. Like we signed a guy to be our starting center, right? He big timed us. I don't sign autographs. I'm a star. What am I doing on this lowly team? He big timed us, big time, man. And so they get out to like a lead. They up like 4-0, and they're playing like their third unit on us, like saving their stars, right? So the guy that big timed us, they catch him in a neutral zone trap, right? They trap him, and they slam him and knock him off the boards, right? And our goalie, who only does that part-time, he takes off his gear and he skates all the way down the rink, right? All the way down. And so every time they fight, every time the PD Pride fights, they play the song, Another Brick in the Wall by Pink Floyd. Just get everybody stirred up, right? This time though, when the goalie is skating down the rink, taking off his stuff, all you hear is, "Please do, 8 times down," right? And dudes start playing Usher in the Civic Center, just blasting, right? And my kids are like, "Oh, it's a fight," and they playing Usher. And so he get down there, and the dude, all you hear is, "Yeah," blasting as loud as humanly possible without busting eardrums. And they goalie see our goalie coming, and he swings and goes an uppercut and misses. Right? Our goalie just slides to the side and catch him. Bam! Dead on the jaw. Right? And so we get so hyped that our goalie is beating up the other goalie that our fans legit start throwing their stuff down, running towards the Charleston fans. And you can see the Charleston fans trying to make their way to the exit. They're like, "Oh, snap, these fools are up their mind." And you see on the ice, all you see is like PD Pride beating up on Charleston, like 5 years of frustration, all come to fruition in this one moment, right? Our kids chasing their kids, we chasing their fans, the police trying to break up everything, and the crowd is bananas, right? Bananas, right? So at the end of the day, we lose to them. Like we can only put 4 people on the ice, right? They got power play for the rest of the game, basically. It's 5-on-4 the rest of the game. We lose the game. We lose our best player. We out the playoffs. But for that one night, the PD Pride slayed the giant and did it to a song by Usher.
Where the fuck did Janet Jackson come in?
What?
I thought that was a Janet Jackson story.
No, that's the PD Pride story.
What a waste.
This whole time I'm like, wait, hold up. So is Janet Jackson gonna come and start stripping for the hockey team?
No,
Like,
no. I'm a hey. If you if I ever allow you to beat me again in an argument, I'll tell a Janet Jackson story.
hey, wait, say it again. If what? You broke up.
If I allow you to beat me in another argument, then I'll tell a Janet Jackson story.
Oh my gosh, are you fucking?
Andy, it wasn't about Pink Floyd. Every time the PD Pride fight, they play another brick in the wall.
Oh my
But this
god!
time they were so fed up with losing. They was playing. They was playing Pink Floyd every fight. They got so tired of being bullied. They played Usher.
Oh, I could have sworn I was gonna be a Janet Jackson. So I'm like, so
You waited for Janet Jackson to come out.
Fucking you guys, like, where is this? Yeah, and Andy said, "Is this supposed to be a Pink Floyd?"
Andy is slick. Thank you, Andy.
Everybody was lost in that story. Like, wait.
Thank you, Andy. I appreciate Andy throwing shade at my story.
Marquis said stories are complicated.
So anyway, man, I'm a jump off, man. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all coming on, man. Hey, so you said you jumping on tomorrow. Around what time you jumping on?
I might jump on tomorrow, but I might not. I'm most likely gonna. Well, I'm gonna release it tomorrow, the Care of Lewis. So when I do, I'm gonna be on for that. So everybody can watch and I'll put comments and stuff. But Sunday, I'll definitely be on Sunday night to talk about basketball. So obviously football and some other shit, and then the draft. I'll probably be there for a few hours. So definitely let me know.
Okay.
I heard this story on an old video of yours. Wow.
Yeah, it was probably better on the old video, man.
Wow.
And this story is more so for people that go to like local sports, like single A baseball, you know what I'm saying, and all the small basketball leagues, some small AHL hockey and things like that. Hey, and shout out to Marquise Walker too. That's our guy. He do that music, man. Make sure y'all check out Marquise Walker. He a grinder. He grind more than me, Guillermo, and everybody put together. This dude is legit grinder. He's always on.
He's just a lot of music. So a lot. Man. So, he always puts me on Instagram. He always puts me on the Instagram. He always put me on new music. So salute to Marquise for that.
Yeah, man. Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure y'all to subscribe to Legion of Knicks podcast. We want to push him up over 1,000 before the end of the year. We got like 6 weeks to go. We got to push him up over 1,000. I'm trying to get to 800 myself, and I got a long way to go.
Subscribe to Big Breezy too, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, hit that subscribe.
If you want to give me the Devin Vessel, yesterday, if you want to download a video and send it to me, I'll put on my channel and then get more people from my channel to go over to your channel. If you want to do that, I can't, because the reason why is because we went on StreamYard. I didn't go on Sportscaster with you. Like you didn't, so I don't get the video. So you have the video. So whatever you want to do, if you want to do it, not is up to you. But just let me know, man.
Nah, hey, man. For one, it's about the fans. It's about giving the Knicks fans what they want. You know what I'm saying? More so than me. But if that's what we got to do it, I'll do that. I'll hit you up on Twitter or something when I'm ready. When I have everything available, and we'll figure out a way for you to get it.
Yeah,
that's cool. Man. Yeah. Hey, we got to get everybody. Marquise Walker too. We got to get him up over 1,000. We got to get Marquise up. Hey, 1,000, 4,000. That's the thing we got to do for Marquise Walker and for Legion of Knicks podcast. Everybody, thank y'all for coming on, staying with us, watching Knicks at night. We got some stuff soon come. I'm working on a video or an interview with Guillermo and a 4-time MLB All-Star, 4-time Gold Glover, 2-time MLB All-Star, my homie. You know what I'm saying? Like when he
said, yeah. Hold on. You're not gonna tell anybody who it is?
No, I gotta lock it up. I gotta put it in the bag first. I gotta make sure we can.
Two-time
All-Star.
2-time All-Star, 4-time.
Gold Glover. Yep. So it's in the bag, but I got to put some finishing touches on it. Cause I don't want to say it soon come and then not be able to get the date where the three of us can all get together. So I want to get the date that we can all get together first and do it for, and then give the fans, let them know who it is and when it is. And I'm also working on doing an interview with Sim and a New York Giants Hall of Famer. Whoa! So yeah, I'm working on that too for the Giants fans that's in the building. I'm working on that. Y'all are going to be super surprised once we get that in place. We already been in communication, just trying to figure out like some dates and stuff. So I mean, we got some big stuff coming for Blorence Tears and Legion of Knicks podcast and Nothing But Knicks. Big brother, little brother. I just need to make sure we secure the dates first before we start promoting it. So once we start promoting it and everything, we're gonna start doing some big stuff. Ray Felton.
Wait, Big
Ray
Freeze.
Felton. I know you like Ray Felton. I know you watching my stuff, bro.
Big Freeze. Can I just ask you one question? With the Gold Glover, is this Gold Glover? Is he a black dude?
I ain't giving away nothing.
Come on, man. Yo, Freezy, come on, Freezy, please. All I'm just asking you is like, come on, man. That's not even a lot to go on because I'm looking at this list and it's just a tough list. 2-time All-Star, 4-time Gold Glover.
If you asking me if it's Whit Merrifield, I hadn't been in contact with him yet.
No. I'm just trying to narrow it down. Can you at least tell me what decade? Can you just tell me what decade? Just tell me what decade.
Listen, I don't know Whit Merrifield. I've never seen him in person. So I don't know if I can get him to come on the show.
I'm asking you, can you just please tell me what decade was this person?
No. Man, let me get it in the bag first. If you had asked me and we went live, I'll probably tell you. But I don't want to say it live, and then if it fall through, people on Blowing Tears will be like, Free talking about who he gonna bring on, and he did
right. Fair enough. I'm doing my work now.
Hey, Ray Felton, I know you watching my stuff, man.
Wait, who?
Watching my stuff. I want you to come on the show. You know what I'm saying? Ray Felton, don't make me edit this clip up and put it on Twitter.
Raymond Felton?
Yeah, he from my area. He grew up like 30 miles from me.
You know Raymond Felton?
No, I don't know Ray Felton. I don't know. I know people that know Ray Felton, and they know I got a channel out here, and they asked me if I was considering trying to get Ray Felton on. And
I know who it is. I know who it is now. I know who it is.
Yeah. Just don't say nothing, man, because you know, because if it fall through, people are gonna be looking at me like I'm shady, and I ain't want to.
Yeah, I think I know who it is. I've seen someone who has the criteria, and I'm like, okay.
Right. And it's not Reggie Sanders.
No,
I think you're gonna ask me if it's Reggie Sanders.
No, I wasn't gonna ask you that.
Okay.
I can ask you in a private chat. Hold on, I can ask you in a private chat. It's only me and Oots. Do you mind Oots if Oots saw it?
I'm not gonna tell anybody.
It's in a private chat. I'm gonna say in a private chat that no one else can see.
Okay. All right.
If I'm right, can you at least tell me this? I'm right, and I'm not gonna mention it anyway. But can you at least tell me if I'm right?
Ray Felton?
Hey, whoa. Don't say the name. You don't see the private chat in StreamYard?
Yeah, I said, hold on.
Don't say the name. That's not it?
Nope.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Nah, it ain't.
4-time Gold Glove, 2-time All-Star.
Yeah. Hey, but the thing is though is I want to work on securing it.
Okay. Let me not even jinx anymore. Just you're working it. You do your thing, man. I ain't gonna say anything.
Yeah, I just want to do Where I want to make it official, and then, yeah. Hey, I'm talking to Andy N. Yeah, Andy, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised who's from South Carolina. You know what I'm saying?
You just give him a big hint.
No, I'm referring to because I wanted I wanted to see if I can get a cat like Kevin Garnett to come on. You know what I'm saying? But we are I'm way too little. So I gotta go.
Kevin Garnett like that?
I don't know Kevin Garnett.
Yeah,
but a lot of people, man, it's so where we are. It's like people know everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like people know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. Like a lady walked up to me in the store and was like, "Yo, you're the one that's doing the YouTube stuff. You funny." And I'm like, "Yeah, I do the YouTube stuff." And I was like, "Yeah, I do the Knicks stuff late at night." She's like, "No, the chop it up thing." And I was like, "Chop it up? People legit watch that?" Because I don't get as many views on Chop It Up. But what it is the audience for that are more local and they follow it. They be on it. It was like that man kept walking back and forth getting shoes. That's why when I talk to Chuck B and have him come on, like Chuck, to say something, talk, so people can get to know who you are. They just know you were the dude that went and got shoes. You know what I'm saying? A lady legit stopped me and talked to me about it. So anyway, yo, I'm gonna jump off this thing. Hey, Guillermo, once I get it in the bag, I'm gonna hit you up, and then that way we can come up with a date and a time where all three of us can be together and do it. So it's still a work in progress. I talked to them this week. I talked to them Tuesday about setting something up. So we'll see how it goes. But Ray Felton, support the local guys, Ray. I'm here. It's 3:00 in the morning, Ray. I want you to come on the joint, Ray. Don't make me edit this and put it on YouTube. How brothers don't stick together. Don't make me do that. Anyway, shout out to the YouTube chat. Thanks everybody for stopping through. Hey, support Guillermo, support Art when he come on. Marquise Walker. Make sure Marquise Walker only sleep like 90 minutes a day. Make sure y'all go and support his stuff. Shout out to the Triborough Gigolo, to Andy N, Chef Isaiah, Nickish, Iru, Sim from Nothing But Knicks, crazy ass Who's Mark, and everybody else in the NBK fan, man. I'll holler at y'all later on.
Peace.
Later, guys. Later. Thank you for having me.